bunker.
What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Billy Foothills, and I am back in another episode of East Meets West, where we try to bring you the best place to come get shit off your chest when it comes to our Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go. Welcome in, everybody, to episode 32 of East Meets West, with my co-host, as usual, to my left, AK Eagles of Eagles Uncensored Podcast. Down below me, Vic 3. We are live not only on my channel, but we're live on both of their channels as well. So make sure you go hit that thumbs up, everybody. Please spread the love. We really, really appreciate it. And tonight, I hope you guys are all happy, safe, and well, and able to watch this in a peaceful setting, because we got a good show for you tonight. We got our boy in the house. We got Geo from the 215. So it's going to be a Fuego show. You know it is. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Fuego, we're good. Yes, sir. Woo, I like that beat, though. All right.
How'd you bring that Wednesday in?
Right? What's going on, my guys? How we doing? How we feeling tonight?
Feeling great. Feeling great. Can't complain, you know. Just chilling with the family, and then came on to hop on here with my brothers to do our thing, you know. Another great night to talk some Eagles football, and you know, if anybody's interested, we do have some awesome new merch going down right now. You know, we got the Eats Meets West shirt, so if anybody's interested, you know, please hit me up on Facebook, on DM. Let me know, and I'll get the word out, and we'll get you one made and shipped out to you. I'm not sure what the price is. I'd have to ask my co-host here, this side. Not used to going that way. But yeah, that's what she said. But yeah, so if anybody is interested in a shirt, just hit me up. I'll get you all the information. But yeah, glad to be here, guys. Love doing this with you, so appreciate it. What's up, Vic?
What's good, boys? How we doing tonight?
Feeling good, man. I did the same, you know. Spent some time with the family today, and yeah, ready to talk some shit with you guys tonight.
Yeah, man. Kids are in bed, you know, baby sleeping. The wife's all right, you know what I mean? She's watching TV. Let's get it going.
Right. What's good, Gio? Welcome into the East Meets West podcast officially. I know you've called in and stuff like that when we've had our live call-ins, but welcome in as our official special guest, man.
I appreciate y'all having me. Dealing with Wi-Fi issues right now, so bear with me tonight. I mean, it's exciting. It's electric. You know, got goosebumps coming in today, honestly. But we're here. We're rocking tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Gio, let me start it off by asking you, you know, I know there's a lot of things going on with the Eagles there's going to be a lot of things going on with the Eagles this offseason, but what comes to your mind first and foremost when you think of, you know, the Eagles offseason and what's ahead of us?
Draft. That's the one thing. They got to have a plus A draft. You know, going into there, we have them 3 picks. It's all on Howie. You know, this is do or die. This is last season of the contract as well. I'm pretty sure. So he's gotta show us and prove us wrong, man. He's gotta pull a Daryl Morey and make something happen, at least. You know, not just the trade, but you know, get the guys that we all want, like Devin Lloyd. Like as far as in my mock draft, that I had him as the first pick. So we need our linebackers. With Jonathan Gannon coming back, I just feel as though we need to be more on the defensive side as well. And then free agency, working work around offense on free agency. Don't worry about draft as far as offense. Do that in the later rounds.
Man.
We got some people that are
We got some hilarious
unstopped,
commentators in the chat right now, thinking that
right?
the Giants will be anything else but the bottom of the basement.
Blast.
Come on now. Come on,
Hey.
Almighty.
Well, win the
Oh,
division
my God.
before you come talking shit.
Get a
Listen, get ready
quarterback.
for another Cop Pizzle video. Just leave us alone.
Don't make me play the clip. Oh man, but yeah, the draft's going to be big, and I know with all there's so many rumors going around about the Eagles possibly moving these draft picks and this and that, but to me, I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I think it's just all the media is stirring it up, because they know that the Eagles have a very strong fan base, in totality and on social media. Guys like us who are talking about it on a daily basis. So, it just pours fuel on the fire. It just gives us more topics to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. This is the way that I look at it, and they only are putting our name to it because of all the draft capital that we have. We are a team that can literally go out and make any move that we damn well want to, for the most part. Within reason. But two, you are right. I mean, when you put us out there on the media, that is huge clickbait. Everyone is going to hit that story. So not only does it have to do with us having so much capital and being able to acquire these players, it also has to do with we are a big media source as well. I do believe none of it is true. I'm starting to not believe anything that I hear. I'm just kind of sitting back and waiting for all the chips to fall, because then I'll know which direction they're going. But it's one of those things, man, where nothing that they're saying anymore, I don't even listen to it. It's just bullshit at this point, man. No one knows what Howie's going to do but Howie.
You know what would surprise me during draft day though, honestly, and what would like literally just move my heart, like if I was about to have a heart attack, if I see the trade,
Yeah.
like that would baffle me, bro. Cause like,
You talking about the first pick, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
'cause,
would be
like, I'm
a
like, all right, 'cause,
heartbreak.
like if, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause if we have Devin Lloyd on the pick him. If we got Gardner, that's a potential right there. Grab him. The only way I would see them trading, I would trade up. Like if somebody was like, who's got the pick before us? I totally forget. I've done so many mock drafts and I forgot who got the pick above us.
I forgot too.
Yeah,
Let's see.
so I would think they will move up to that spot just to be like, well, hey, Eagles, we're gonna grab such and such. This is your guy, your top guy. What capital? We need such and such. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
won't be surprised, bro, if a player gets traded with that pick.
Let's see. The Baltimore Ravens are at 14, so they're right before us.
And they need a corner.
They
They need a defensive back.
They do.
Well, kind of
Yeah,
like
they
what
like
AJ
they
what
like
AJ was
defensive back and their linebacker, so they're pretty much where we're trying to get as well as far as in a receiver and offensive line as well.
Yep. I mean,
Go ahead,
I've seen.
Now, I was just saying, just like what AK was saying,
bring
like this is the end of the season. Like there isn't much going on. We already had the Super Bowl. There isn't going to be any talk. Free agency's around the corner, and that's usually what kicks off. But for right now, when you talk about through player, the media, people like us, like you just said, Foothills, there's going to be people that you need something to talk about. So when they talk about these picks of giving up 4 draft picks and multiple players for one player, that's just to spark up interest. That's just to get content out there. That's just to get eyes, because again, this is the law of the season. I mean, nothing goes on in the offseason until you get to free agency and the draft. So they got to drum up something. So that's why when AK was saying, Philadelphia constantly gets picked on, I think it is that we constantly get picked off. Because when you look at the landscape of things, you got to look at the 2 teams in New York right now. Well, there's 3, but for the most part, you look at the 2, the Jets and the Giants. They haven't been really doing good that much for a while. And that's the media capital of the world. But they can't talk about those teams because of how bad they are. When you look at the Buffalo Bills, a lot of people haven't been talking for the Bills for the longest time, only now recently. But again, they're in Buffalo. They're not really seen as a New York team. So they don't get that media attention. The closest thing you have is Philadelphia. And then when you think of the constant quarterback turnover, with the picks we've constantly made, the moves we made, of course the media is constantly going to pick us. Anytime a quarterback comes into play, first team they talk about, Philadelphia. Just like AK, we got the capital. Just like you said, we have the capital to make the moves. But like you said, we don't know what we're going to do. You understand? And that's the terrible thing, just like Geo said. If you come to draft day, first pick, and you see that trade pop up, especially with all the uncertainty going on with this season, yeah, your heart's going to sink because you don't know, is that going to be a trade for a veteran that probably won't even do much and then set our team back? We have to hope a lot with now our young players. How do we talk to them and say, how do we move forward from this? We had our leader, but yet we moved on from him because we didn't think that he was good enough, essentially. So what does that say to everyone else? Then you got to talk about, we said, how he's kind
Wait. You're confusing me. What are we talking about here?
So
We trade
everything
what?
everything in the whole,
like what?
in the offseason in a whole, everything that's taking place, everything that's up for grabs right
Yeah,
now.
but you're talking about trading who?
No, so I
If
was saying
we were
that
talk-
come draft day, if that scenario comes up, like if we're about to go for the pick, and then all of a sudden you see a trade, like how would you feel? Like what would your reaction be? Like that's what I don't
Oh,
want.
you mean if we trade away pick 15?
yeah, like say if we traded away pick 15 and they made that move where they're going for us or they're whatever, Aaron Rodgers, and they make that move, how is that going to affect the team going forward? Because again,
Okay.
that's something
I
we
get what
don't
you're
know that
talking
happens.
about. See, you were throwing me off with the trading this person for that, and I was like, wait, who are we talking about? I get it now. I get
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're talking about. I get it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Because there's so much uncertainty with
no,
this
it's fine.
season. No one knows what's going on, and everyone's just trying to throw anything to the wall to see if it sticks right now.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't believe the Russ things though. Because listen, he's dropped his list and we're not on it. I get it. I mean, for a price, and if you could truly sit down with him, really convince him to come here, hey, you know what, you could, no lie, you could probably, but the odds are very unlikely. I think he's probably going to stay in Seattle. I don't see them giving him up, but like I said, it is always likely with Howie because you know that these men, both Howie and Jeffrey, oogle over Russell Wilson. They have forever. He's the one that got away. So if they can get him for 2 firsts, eh, that paper is going to be signed even before it get faxed to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But oh hell yeah!
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, I was surprised when he pulled that up.
Yeah.
Right?
So I just pulled this up. So Derek Stingley ended up falling. Just speaking of corners, this has Baltimore taking Stingley at 14.
Yeah.
Right.
People-
And now that you got David Ojabo on the
Right.
board, that's the common pick right there.
Yep, I've been seeing that a lot. Unless something crazy happens, more than likely,
Well, I don't think it will be that crazy because you got to think about too. The combine hasn't even taken place yet, and once the combine takes place, that's when people start jumping up and down the boards. So the mock draft that comes out this week will not be the same once combine comes through next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. I mean, you got you got your highs and lows. This is really when, this is the NFL level. This is the movement that they use in regular practice or whatever. And you got a bunch of scouts out there, and you got all the teams out there looking at you. So it's basically like they gotta show. They gotta not only just show up, but just be smart about it too.
yeah.
See, for us too, like the one thing I'm worried about is just that the draft risers, because the Eagles had a history of picking draft risers, and we have not had a good run with them.
True.
I say he has to come out. We got to come out swinging, man, with these 3 picks. Like I said,
Yeah.
I just want to see no trade scenario going on in that first round with them 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, like I said, if Baltimore is on the line, everything that's on Howie's and Jeffrey's board. Okay, he's done. He's gone. He's gone. We're gonna have to play some leverage here. You know. So, but I don't technically see him trading it though. They just got to go defensive heavy right there with them 3 picks.
Yeah.
Garner, that's another guy I was thinking about between Stingley and Garner. Those are the 2 best corners right now.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, there's a person in the chat that said that they don't think Stingley's going to fall out of the top 10, which he may not. You know, he may end up going to, you know, maybe Cincinnati or somebody that in need of a corner. But so who would be your pick right here? Would you guys go edge? Would you guys go Jabu?
Listen,
Yep.
I'm going edge. You know, I told you I'm a double dipper. I'm going edge twice in the first round. At 15 and 19.
Yeah, I think he could have a special relationship with Brandon Graham, being that they're both Michigan alums. So I think Brandon Graham would definitely take him under his wing, maybe a little bit more than the average guy, you know, out of college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I'll pick a Jabu here, and then so then this one proposes trade. So then the Chargers want to swap us 16 for 17 and give us a 3rd round next year.
I'm not trading out.
Yeah, I don't think that's not that great of a deal either. What do you guys? AK Geo? What do you think about that trade?
No.
Wow.
No.
Oh, right.
No. Because this is basically rebranding Jonathan Gannon's defense right here. This is really for JG. Honestly, man, this is defense.
All right, so I'm going to reject this.
Reject it.
I got the pick in mind.
Miami's also offering us a trade too, number 16 for 29 and 50.
Afuera. Get him out.
That's
Dolphins
that's too far back. No.
Yeah.
Devontae White.
right, Vic,
Devontae White out of Georgia. Alignment.
Let me see.
I know AK wants Johnson. I know
No, that's not true. Well, let me see linebackers real fast.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be there.
No, I know. I'm just looking. All right. Yeah. No lie. Take Johnson.
Oh, you took Johnson. I'm taking White. That's the disruptor right there.
Oh, I don't care either or. It doesn't matter. Just
White's the guy.
You talking about Jermaine
Devin
Johnson?
Lloyd.
Nah, Lloyd
Johnson might fall into that other pick, bro. That's what I'm saying. I think that's just reaching right now for Jermaine Johnson. I think he's gonna be there.
No, not Jermaine Johnson. No, not from Florida State. I'm talking about from Georgia. Wyatt. Defensive lineman.
Okay.
Oh, Devontae Wyatt.
Okay. Yeah, Devontae Wyatt.
Yeah. Ooh.
We could even gone Georgia with the first pick too, with their edge.
So Vic, you like Wyatt more than Davis?
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting.
Listen, that Georgia front right now, like that's a hot commodity. That Georgia defensive front, everyone that's coming out, that's a hot commodity. We need to get in on that.
Wow.
See, a lot of people go for the names. I'm going for the production that they did. And again, that Georgia defense was stout. That's what won their national championship.
And you're looking for Fletcher Cox's eventual replacement.
Yes, sir.
Well, then I'm going Jordan Davis on this one. I ain't going Wyatt.
Gotcha.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I've always been a Davis dude. You know that.
I know, but in the NFL, I kind of seen him like a Timmy Jernigan.
Really?
I'm telling you, I see him like a Timmy Jernigan when he gets through. I get that he was good, but again, he's not putting up as much numbers as he should have. As you're putting him out to be a first round pick.
Bro, it's not always about the sacks, man. It's about the disruption he creates as well, and he's very, very good at disruption. Very, very good. It doesn't matter if he produces sacks to me as much as how much does he affect that offensive line and how much does he open up. If he opens up if he opens up a Jabbo, say we get a Jabbo, they're at 15, and you throw Jordan Davis in a DT, and they have to double team him, and Ojabo has 1-on-1, and he can just cream the crop all day on the QB. I'm all for that. If it helps Barnett, if it helps Hargraves, why not? It's a disruption needed. You know, you got to think he's a monster, dude. He's a mammoth of a man. He's very quick.
Yeah, he's
You know, it's not gonna be easy. Wyatt will be able to be stopped. Jordan Davis will not. That's
Why is the one wait, hold on. Why is the one getting all the work? Why is the one getting the sacks? How is he the
Why
one
do you
getting
think
the
he's
stop?
getting all the sacks? Because everybody's
It's not for
protecting him
Davis.
from Jordan Davis.
I'm telling you, it's not for Davis.
Yeah, of course Wyatt's going to go off because they're all triple teaming fucking Jordan Davis.
Listen, we've had a guy that can take up space and still doesn't get sacks. Hey, Fletcher Cox. It doesn't work out that way.
No, this guy is not Fletcher Cox, man. This guy is completely fucking different.
Geo, what do you think, Geo?
That would be if that was my pick. I'll pick Devin Lloyd. If he's still
Oh,
on the
okay,
board.
he's going linebacker. Okay. Interesting,
Who
too.
knows? Where you going
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it? Where you going
We're
with it?
specifically talking the DT though. But
He might fall
He's
there. I'm saying we got the what? Like we're only 2 spots after at the Chargers. And at the
oh yeah,
19th.
I know. No lie. Jordan Davis is going to the Chargers if you pass on.
No, I think Jordan Davis will be there. If we go this way, I think Jordan Davis will still be out
Bro,
there.
I've done a lot of mock drafts. I watch it happen mostly like 90%.
All right, let's do this.
Let's
do this.
So who's the corner? Who's the
Let's-
corner
let's
available
take-
right now?
Let's take our guest pick with Devin Lloyd at 16. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the Chargers take Davis or not. I'm gonna take Lloyd. Close that.
As Eagles fans, we all should know that Devin Lloyd pick will be highly improbable.
Well, wow, they didn't take him this time.
All fantasy right now.
I'm gonna reject these because these are shit trades. Okay.
All right, then take him. Yeah.
So the Chargers ended up taking the Marvin Leal, and then the Commanders went Jermaine Johnson.
What's up to say?
Nah, that kind of makes no sense, but okay.
Still available.
So neither of the guys you were talking about got taken. So there's Jordan Davis and Devontae White are still available.
I'm going Davis.
I think I'm leaning that way too. I think he's got a little bit more of a ceiling in the NFL, in my opinion. He's 6'4", 6'6", 340.
He's like a Mylato on the defensive line. I mean, that's what you pretty much have to imagine.
Right. All right. What's going on? Appreciate you being here.
I don't know. That's just my pick. Y'all discuss it.
Scoop Doo.
What's up, Scoob?
Richie MC. What's good, brother? Appreciate you being here.
Taco.
Sir, yes, sir.
I don't know,
Right.
man. I think the Chargers will go with Devin Lloyd, and they'll try to pair
They
him up with
already did,
Bosa.
I'm telling you, every mock draft I've done, Devin Lloyd always falls to 19 to me. Every mock draft I've always done, he'll always fall. Now, again, we're not saying that's going to happen in real life, but with these mock drafts, they'll always fall to 19.
Yeah. All right.
I
let's-
guarantee you, if you even redo it right now, we'll keep the players we have on now, pick them later. If you redo it, Devin Lloyd will be there at 19.
I'll redo it in just a second. I just want to see who got taken here.
Is this PPF? Yeah, it is.
Linderbaum went.
Ooh,
Okay.
Linderbaum fell to 31. That's surprising.
Yes, he did.
Linderbaum doesn't get caught on the mock draft.
Yeah.
I always pass him. I'm not
A lot
trying
of
to take a center.
experts saying that he might go in the second round.
Listen,
Right.
God bless him for it, but I love the kid out of Kentucky. What is it, Fortnite? I don't know how to say his last name. I think he's a great pickup, and he'll probably be somewhere in the 4th, 5th, even 6th round probably.
Let's see here. All right. Let's do another one. All right. Thibodeau goes 1. Ooh, Garrett Wilson, wide receiver at 2 to the Lions. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this PPF?
This is ProFootballNetwork.com.
Oh, I never did this one. That's what I was wondering. I was like, because there's mad trades on this one.
Right? Let me close this. Yeah, I'm rejecting this trade. No, thank you, Cardinals. No, thank you, Jets. And no, thank you, Buffalo.
Oh, I'm definitely taking Stingley. Hands down.
Woo! Yeah, Stingley's available. Wow, Stingley falls out.
Let me ask you all a question. Who do you think out of Stingley? AK, you said Stingley. So in your mind, do you think he's better than Sauce Gardner?
No, the Sauce ain't here.
No, I know, but I'm just asking the question of, do you think Sauce is better than Stingley or Stingley better than Sauce? That's for everyone.
No, in fact, I believe the guy that's going to be the best out of all of them just got taken right before us.
Andrew
Who is
Booth
it?
Jr.
Booth.
Okay.
Booth Jr. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's going to be the best out of everyone in this draft, corner-wise.
Are you good? Are you guys good with that pick, Stingley?
Yeah.
I like it too. You pair him up with Slay, boy, you got a good one too, right there at corner. Yeah. Okay. Atlanta's offering us a pick or a trade. Check that. That's booty. Right? Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. All right. So now we look at defense. Jabu's still available.
I'm taking a Jabo.
I'm trying to think that starter out of Georgia. Got his name right now, Davis.
Yeah. Ojabo would be the
Walker, that's what it is. Travis Walker.
Trevon
Walker. Trevon Walker.
You like him, huh? You like him the
Trevon
best
Walker.
on the list?
Yeah, he was a beast.
You like him better than a Jabu, really?
Ajabu's a backup dude. He's on the other side. You're trying to put him in the spotlight now.
No. Ojabo was raw fucking talent. Like, this kid is still in development. All right. Yes, I understand. Like, a lot of his shit came from Hutchinson taking a lot of shit away from him, and he had a lot of one-on-ones because of that. But Ojabo is plain fucking raw talent. He's not even fully developed yet. And look what that kid can do. Just imagine if you can sit there and fully develop this kid. Dude, Ojabo is going to be a fucking tank.
One of our biggest issues is development.
Yeah, but I'm not going to not draft him just because of that. I mean, the kid has potential.
Listen, I totally understand your argument, but I'm saying for me, I want that finished product. I want that product that I know that has a ceiling. I don't want that if. I want to take as much.
He has a ceiling out. There's no question about it.
I want to take the if factor, as much of that if factor out, especially with these first three. Like, we have to hit it. We can't just put an investment on someone. We have to hit these out of the park.
You are crazy if you pass up on it, but whatever. I said what I said.
Gio, what do you think? Who would your pick be? You going to Jabu as well?
No. Let me see the receivers.
What?
Yep.
Drake London's still available.
I'll grab Jake London.
Really?
Yep.
Tell me why. Okay.
Because you know why?
6'5".
You know, what's his name? You know, from Seattle. What's that defensive back from Seattle? Slade wants him over here.
Are you talking about?
Was it Diggs?
This motherfucker.
Diggs. No. They played together in Detroit.
Motherfucker, did you say receiver?
Yes, I did, bro.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait. What is it? The kid out of USC, I think is
USC.
And then you had the nerve to say it while I inhale.
But you know who I'm actually liking now? That kid out of North Dakota State. Like, he's growing on me. I want to see what he does in the draft.
Christian Walker or Watson.
Yeah, when I heard he was 6'5" himself, I was amazed because the kid got speed.
Kid's a beast, dude. He's 6'4", 215.
Yeah, that's the size right there. I like that. And he'll be in the later rounds. I wouldn't mind going scooping him up.
This says right here he runs a 4.44 40.
But we'll really see.
Yeah,
we will really
see.
Dude,
no lie, he's very, very good. He's kind of being called the next Mike Evans, so to speak. But he's got great body control. He's very physical at the catch point. You know, he will go up, get him. But you're probably going to have to get him in the second round, I'd say, because I don't think you're going to get him in the third.
Yeah.
I think his stock is just rising. I can't even say we're going to pick him up right now because, like I said, we still got the combine. If that kid puts on a ridiculous 40 time, again, you're talking about all the measurables. That's a number one receiver they're going to look at, especially with the success Jamar Chase had this year. Expect big receivers, big fast receivers to get taken.
Yeah, he's definitely got super speed, dude. Like for his size, he should not be that fast.
Listen, for people that are old enough to know, like we're living in a world where Al Davis would have been happy. We're living in that world where you have 6'5", 4'4", you know what I'm saying, running receivers out there. That's what he wanted all his life.
All right, well, I need an edge rusher, and I'm going to take the best person available. So we got two votes for Ajabu. I'm going to do him on this one here. We'll see. All right, so the Chargers still went Leal, and then Treylon Burks was taken by the Saints at 18.
Ooh. Wow. You know how big get though.
He liked that pick.
We got a linebacker.
Jeez. Cleveland's offering us a boatload for number 19.
Cleveland right now would just trade anything.
They need to calm their ass down.
Jeez.
You know what Cleveland needs to do?
Right?
Cleveland needs to trade us that running back. That's what Cleveland needs to do.
All right, so what do we got for this one? Just go to all defense.
Where we going linebacker? Lloyd there?
We're there?
Yeah. Jordan Davis is number 1 on all defense. Lloyd's 2.
Let's get that Lloyd pick. Let's bring him home.
I like that. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about this kid. We need linebacker. We need a young linebacker to change the narrative.
That.
I like that too. All right, sweet. Picks are in. Let's see where. Jordan Davis fell to 24. Wow.
He had a bad start.
Oh, that would suck having him with Dallas, dude. Oh, right? Fuck. I'll let that happen.
Right.
Pair him up with Micah. My God.
Oof. They already got enough pass rushers. They got pass rushers up the way.
Then you're gonna. Then if we honestly skip over him, Vic, you'll see why I wanted to draft him twice a year.
Who's that?
Davis. Because they had Dallas taking him.
Let me pull up another one. Oh, Gio's got his baby. What's going on, baby Gio?
Oh, what's up?
His name is actually Gio, but it's my nephew.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Hang with me for a bit.
Mini Gio. That's what's up.
He's like, where's that camera?
Right?
Put me on
today. Shout out to the 7 and 5.
That's the star of the show right now.
Yes,
what's going on, SC Experience? Appreciate you being here.
What's up, Scoob?
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming through.
Absolutely. Richie MC. Where is the franchise killing trade for Russell Wilson?
No, we're smart here. Between the 4 squares here, we're smart. We're not doing anything stupid like that.
Let me ask you, Phil Hills, did you hear about the Colin Coward comment about trading?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Russell Wilson.
I did not hear it.
Yeah, so he said it on live TV that we need to get rid of all our picks if we was the Eagles, and if Russell Wilson is there demanding for a trade to get him and to give up Slay.
That's what I was alluding to when I was talking about the draft and trading a player. I was more of like that, what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Well, I didn't hear about the Slay part, but I heard that
actually. I think I did see it on Twitter. Yeah.
But again, it's Colin Cowherd. He's just saying it just to get attention, and that's what he got.
Right.
That's outlandish.
Right. So he said 3 first-round picks.
4.
He said 4? Wow.
4. He went crazy.
And Jalen.
He's basically saying everything we have, like, which is ridiculous.
And Jalen Hurts was in that trade too, right?
It was Slay Hurts.
I know stoners are looked down upon, but we're not fucking stupid,
right?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, holy crap.
But my thing was what I didn't like today, like Aftermath. Lane Johnson was on the show today. Where was all that energy today? He totally bypassed that. Totally different energy. He had all that to talk about. So I'm going to give up all these players. Why wouldn't you ask the player that's on the Eagles about that and see what he would have thought? I guarantee you he would have shut his ass down right there. That's why he didn't ask the question.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Like Vic said, Colin's just doing it for ratings. He's doing it to be trending, things like that.
Clickbait, man.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yep.
It's your
Trust me, dude. If we had one first-round pick, none of this would even be a discussion. None of it.
It would
Because
be
you have
hard.
nothing to offer. Nothing at all.
Right.
But because you're sitting on gold, literally you're sitting on gold, you are the topic of every single discussion.
Yeah, all over. It's gonna be and draft day when it comes. It's gonna literally be the talk of the town. We're gonna be the team. We're gonna
Yep.
be the talk of the town because of these 3 picks. Or you're gonna hear is what are the Eagles gonna do, and then you're gonna have a couple of experts saying that we're gonna trade up for these picks, and we're gonna hear all sorts of things, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy.
Hey, did anyone think of the possibility of Carson Wentz playing a big role in this year's draft?
Well, depending wherever he lands.
Yeah.
Please go
mean,
to Washington.
From
Please.
what I hear, I don't know why, but a lot of people are looking at him for the fact that, he's reasonable. They say that, he's a good guy. There's no character issues. But there are teams that are interested in Carson Wentz. And that'll shape the draft for some teams.
I want him to go to Washington so bad, bro.
I'll
So
believe
bad.
so.
But let me say this. We all
If he
know.
goes
We all
to
know what happened
Washington,
this year.
bro, do you realize how awesome that would be to go out there and pulverize this guy like 5 times for a fucking game for 2 games a year?
Right.
Yeah, but the one thing that
Young
counts
Ben
is
Simmons.
Scary Terry. Scary Terry, man.
Yeah.
That's a wide receiver that he might gel with, and they got a decent wide
Scary
receiver.
Terry. We got Slade, bro.
I respect the man. I respect the man. That's the only player on that team I respect. but honestly, like, what do you think? Like, if he really was on the Commanders, how do you think he'll play out? I know you already think AK like it's a wrap, but no one thinks like that they would get better.
I mean,
Bro, did you not see what he did with an Indianapolis team that was actually equipped to win?
Yes, I did, but also I didn't feel that highly on the Indianapolis wide receiver core. A lot of people put a lot of faith in Pitts, but I don't think he's that good.
man, he only had.
I'm not trying to be a Carson Wentz apologist, but I'm just saying.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I think for us, it would suck if he does go to the Redskins and we're getting our butt beat 2 times a year. Like, again, I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just saying that scenario would happen. That would suck.
I just think there was a lot of hype around him or whatever because of the whole compensation pick or whatever. So, but I mean, we all knew it was going to go to downhill and whatnot. But for him to go to the Washington Commanders and for them to be like, okay, get on the line, try to get Chris Olave, another receiver there. Who would have say that he makes an impact for an offensive player to go over there? But the thing, that question is, don't you hear about the leadership role that he has in the locker, that he loses locker rooms? That's just the type of guy he is. He's hard-headed or whatever. He doesn't. He said he'd rather take the blunt force hit than slide, bro. Like, this is the Carson Wentz we talking about.
True. And they got those issues at offensive line. I think they had, Brandon Sheriff? For the most part, he's saying he's out of there. So they need a lot of building to do on that team. I don't know.
Well,
we're not going to draft to be something they can focus on.
And you have to realize, dude, like he also went to Indianapolis with help me out here.
Trey Burton?
Nope, the head
Frank
coach.
Taylor?
The head coach.
Oh, you're talking about the head coach.
Right.
Oh, Frank
Frank
Wright.
Wright. Thank you.
Yep.
Frank Wright. He went to Indy with Frank Wright, the man that supposedly made him the MVP that year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the man that could save him as a quarterback. And they put all their eggs into that one basket. And in 1 year, they're pulling out. They literally pulled out. We're like, nope, not going to happen. All right, Frank Wright put his job on the line. I don't know if he's going to get fired. I don't know what's going to happen. But I bet you this year, if they don't get it right, he's gone. That's how Indy works. They are a winning corporation. That's what they pride themselves on. They've had a lot of success with Manning and Luck. So listen, man, I'm just saying that because of what they did and how fast they did it, I would not be amazed if he's gone, and if he does end up on Washington, or dude, I've even heard the Giants. I've heard the Buccaneers as well at some point, because Bruce Arians is literally infatuated with Carson Wentz. But I don't know. Wherever he goes, I don't think I've heard Denver, but I don't think Denver would do that, because that would put Denver just in a worse position. So I think he'd do good in Pittsburgh, because he's kind of Ben Roethlisberger-esque. He doesn't mind taking those throws and making those, tight window passes and chancing balls like Ben did. So it would fit, but I just don't think wherever he goes, man, it does not matter. Just he's mentally done. There is no saving Carson Wentz.
All I gotta say is, a lot of people make say a lot of things about Howie. One thing you got to get credit: he moved on from two quarterbacks where this whole fan base pretty much, there was a lot of debate. And Nick Foles, first year got off to another team, got injured, got replaced by Gardner Minshew, moved on to another team, been a journeyman since. We had Carson Wentz. A lot of people in that fan base were behind him. We get rid of him, goes on to another team, gets dropped off the first year. Not looking good, but it's making Howie, I don't know, for me, makes him a little, gives him a little bit more clout. Those are two good moves when you look at it in hindsight. Oh, that's my guy right there. Yes, sir. Is that for our fourth or fifth pick?
That's for us. That's for a second round.
Oh, no. That's a third or fourth pick right there.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I like him. He's a beast.
I heard his name.
great
Yeah,
last season.
I've been seeing his name all over Twitter,
Tweeter.
all around it this week. So that's so that's one guy I had notated though on my notes when it come down to combine, so I can see these so I can see the hype around these guys and whatever. Like I said, it's all due to combine.
So what we on the third pick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on the.
What was our first three?
Let's see here. Let me go back.
With Stingley Jr.
Is Kirby Joseph still available?
I picked Andrew Booth Jr. at 15, Trevon Walker at 16, and
Okay,
then Devin Lloyd at 19.
All right, sweet. Can you go to safety real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a say Kirby Lloyd or Kirby Joseph. Excuse me.
Let me get back to
Yeah.
her.
It's gonna be Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah, Kirby Joseph's that guy.
Safety?
I think last year we lost out. Yeah. Safety.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Here we go. Hold on. Safety. Yeah,
Joseph.
Kirby Joseph is there.
Kirby Joseph.
Scoop him. Scoop him up.
Scoopy Doo.
Stay there real quick. Scroll down for me. No, on the picks, the safeties.
Yeah. On the let's see here. We pull the safeties back up.
I just want to see where he lies.
You talking about the Penn State?
No, he's probably gone.
Yeah. With this pick, I had got no. This.
What are you looking for?
Smoke right
Yes.
there.
Smoke.
I really want Smoke, dude. I think he would thrive in defense. I'm not even kidding.
We all want smoke.
Smoke.
I think he's built for this defense. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
We
I
go
think
back.
so.
If we got our next pick, I'll go back and get Mafi.
He might be there for our next pick. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Hey, I don't mind double dipping for safeties this year. We need all the safety help we can get at this point, right?
But
I
how
think
about
that
they
was the
get
big mistake we
Eagles
made
get
last year.
Kadari, I can't pronounce his first name, Diggs from Seattle, bro. Like Slay is literally vouched for him to come over here.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Oh,
talk around that.
Kadari Diggs, that's his name.
Quandre Diggs, you mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Andre, there was
Quandre?
a lot of talk
I had
about
to
this
think of it too
last
for
year.
a second. I was like, damn, what is that guy's name?
I'm gonna take smoke just because I like the name.
What was that? What it was that Slay had put his cosign on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
No,
awesome.
if he can pull him, bro, that'd be dope.
Yeah, in the
So I only
playoffs,
did
he had
rounds.
cleats with him. He had a pair of cleats with him and Diggs shaking hands. If I remember clearly.
Yeah,
But
so I
that's
did
a
the
sign,
three
because I
rounds.
know Rodney McLeod's gonna be here. Probably again one more. What's to say that they moved Anthony Harris into a cornerback maybe, because they're not gonna do anything with Marcus Epps. Honestly, Marcus Epps was playing lights out. He was playing real good. I gave him a B plus in like earlier shows when we was grading Eagles players. But
Right.
you know, we gotta go. We definitely do gotta stack up on a lot of stuff, because a lot of these guys are veterans. Remember how he was signing a lot of old guys here, and then they age. This ain't the same Eagles team or whatever. We got a lot of old guys here, so we gotta rebuild young. And now with this lead, we're going straight youth. I mean, you've seen it with Jamar Chase. Came out just lighting it up. So who to say that a lot of these teams they're gonna do the same formula that since he did? They're gonna start all these rookies from the get.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you should do to develop players.
Right.
Your players aren't developing while they sit on the bench. I mean, I get it. In certain positions, they do. Like quarterbacks, sitting a year or two does help in development, you know. But when it comes to defensive players, man, defensive ends, they only get better by playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, correct.
So you got to play them. There's a reason Josh Sweat took 4 years to play and develop, because he was rotating in and out. He wasn't playing consistently all the time. Imagine how much more effective this kid would have been if we would have started him over Derek Barnett. But in fact, Derek Barnett, being as shitty as he did, even though his potential was there and we spent a first-round pick on him, actually hindered Derek Barnett's development, because we always had to feel liable to play Derek Barnett because of his high draft pick.
He made. We gotta bless that man too. He made one key play during the Super Bowl
Yes, he
and
did.
whatnot.
Fuck that, man.
Gotta get credit where it's due, though, bro. At least
That's
he
how
I
he
give him
runs
that
his game.
one. I'll
Yeah,
give
that's
him
it. There
that
you go.
one. Okay, you recovered a fumble on the field. What the fucking do? Thank you very much. But other than that, disappointment, man. Straight.
Yeah. No.
Beyond. Complete
Same thing with
frustration.
Roger.
He can
Same thing
find
with
his
Roger.
ass down in Jacksonville with Doug, because I know that's what's going to happen.
That's another corner that a
Yeah,
lot of
the
people are
first.
like. I mean,
McDuffie?
because of the injury or whatever,
Mhm.
but his footwork is not there. But he is high. He's ranked number 8 on the PFF.
Yep.
Sorry, bro. He's not tall enough.
He's ranked ahead of
That's what I'm
Sauce
saying.
and
There, his
Slade.
height and his footwork is still not there.
Ain't he a
Um,
slot corner?
yeah. So one of my mock drafts, I did pick him.
No,
I'm taking
I'm
a slot
sorry,
corner
but
in the first.
I want.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want a 6-foot corner. I don't want no 5'11", nothing like that. I want someone between 6'2", you know.
Yeah, we got to, like, for me, like I said, I think for the first round, you have to focus on the defensive line. If an opportunity presents itself, then, you can step out of the box. But again, like, there's so many scenarios. Once it comes to pick 15, we don't know what's available.
Hey, I got a question for you guys in a scenario that might change the whole first round pick of corner altogether. What would you say if Howie went back out and he reacquired Roswell Douglas?
And he a free agent
I-
this
And
year?
he brought Roswell back to Philly to team up with Slay. So there's your 1 and 2 with Maddox on the slot. So then therefore you're not worried about taking a corner in this draft, at least right away. That changes that whole scenario as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm definitely not hating, but you got to understand with Rasul, we got to have our safeties in check because he likes to take chances.
Well, that's
That's how
fine.
he's got, and that's how he's got all those interceptions. But again, you got to understand there might be times where he gets burned, so we're gonna need to be keep it in check with safety
Yeah,
play
for
because we're
sure.
gonna need someone to cover above.
Right. And you know, and it's like so many key places, especially in free agency. Who to say the Eagles won't go for J.C. Jackson? You know, as a corner. You know, with doing that the money that we got as well. And you know, we might not need one. Like as I'm saying, like, it's all up to how he plays. He has to play both free agency well and the draft like extra well. So like I said, there's a
Hmm.
lot of we got Chandler Jones, another one.
Yeah, what's
Just
good,
in case we
Ruthless?
don't draft another defensive lineman. Deontay Hightower, I've been saying it like, dude, like I want them to like if they don't get a linebacker within the first round, get that dude. Like at least he's a veteran. He's 31 years old. He's still playing. Like I think his prime year could be with us, man. Honestly,
But is it? Yeah, there's a couple of good linebackers out there too. But yeah, if you were to get something like Hightower, that's automatic. You're saying the captain of the room. I mean,
It's
like
that's the one.
he's
Especially
showing
with for
these
Sean
players.
Bradley, man.
it's
Yeah,
Christian.
heck
Yeah,
yeah.
but I mean, even if you somehow don't grab a linebacker in the first, man, you still got to remember there's guys out there like Dante Clark from LSU. You know, he's actually not a bad linebacker, and you could possibly get him in the second. You
What
know,
is
so,
it? Osama out of Alabama, another great player that might be in the second, third round.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's the one thing I think with this draft, there's quality players all around, no matter what position. Even when you talk about the quarterback position, even though they've been hating on it this year, but as we all know, that's the bread and butter for the draft. So they're gonna ramp that up shortly. But even with the quarterback position, I think it's pretty deep. A lot of people saying, "Oh, it's not that great." You can't really say they haven't played yet. You know what I mean? The players
Right.
that are
Yeah.
coming through, they put up stats. That's why they're coming in the NFL. So you can't say this draft isn't as well. That's what they say every year. It's not as good. It's not as good. But at the end of the
Well,
day, it's going to be good.
and, and not not just that, man, but I'm just being realistic because we know that Howie does not think of our linebacking core highly. You know, listen, he won the Super Bowl with a mediocre linebacking core. Let's be honest. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It was just okay. All right. So we know he doesn't think highly of the linebacking core. So the odds of us truly coming out here and drafting in the first round linebacker, I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna say he doesn't do it, and I'm not gonna get my hopes up because if I want to sit here, I would rather him blow my mind and take one when I least expect him to, rather than put all of my eggs in a basket and then when it doesn't happen, be shell shocked and be like, motherfucker. I don't want to be that guy. So
Yeah.
I'm going to just sit here and say we don't take one because realistically, with how we draft him, we never do. But if he does, hey, football gods were on our side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Let me ask everyone a question because we all said and we all mentioned this is the last year of his contract. Do you all think that there's, for him, any pressure? Because he has that close relationship with Lori. It's been here before where he's been through it with Chip Kelly. He's been banished to the other side of the Novacare complex, but still kept around in the shadows and came back. He earned that extension. Now we're seeing if we're going to resign him. Do you feel that there's any pressure for Howie himself?
I mean, like I said, it's got to it's this his this do or die right here, man. Regardless of they friends, like it's we got to move on from him. In the beginning of the season, I was still saying fire him, but like this is his do or die or whatever. Regardless if this is a friendship, if business is a business, man. Jeff Lurie got to see that. I mean, if you look at it, his son was at what was it, the Senior Bowl in Scotland and all that as well. He been taking him, Jeff Lurie's son. Who do you think that he'll replace Howie? You know, in the future
well, you
instead of
kind of hit something
catching
on the
him.
head there. You
Yeah,
hit something on the head there, Gio. You did.
yeah.
Um, because I've already made it mention that JJ was actually Jeffrey Lurie's son's pick. He's actually the one that picked JJ was
What?
Jeffrey Lurie's
I did
son.
not know that.
Yeah. All right. Now Jeffrey Lurie's son also has a friend that is in the upper management. So you have to look at it as his son's on his way up. Jeffrey Lurie's on his way out, so to speak. It's only a matter of time. And it's going to be his son's. And his son's friend is going to come up with him. So it's only a matter of time until Howie's gone and his friend is in his place. I like to think that if Howie was going to be extended, he would have been extended already, because I do know the relationship that Howie and Jeffrey hold. I'm pretty sure. But I just hold happiness to the fact each and every day that I wake up, he's not extended. So until the day he is, I'm happy. But the odds are he probably is. Especially if he's here during the draft, I don't see why he wouldn't be extended.
True. Quills, you there? All right. Then. All right. So let me ask a follow-up then. Say if Howie wasn't to be re-signed. Now we know in Jacksonville, they still got Trent Baalke for the moment, and it looks like they may be moving on because I think Peterson has more say. If Howie was to be released, do you think there would be a reunion?
Huh?
I mean,
if Howie doesn't get re-signed, do you think there would be a reunion with him and Doug Peterson in Jacksonville?
That's a tough scenario, though.
It's an interesting topic.
You got to think about it, dude. Howie is a cap genius too when it comes to like freeing up money or whatever and like getting stuff done. So what did they say? Like if he does get let go, one of these there's a lot of teams that are literally over the cap within the next 2 years. Rams being one of them for giving away all their chips. So I mean, who want to say that they just hire him just to move money and then that's it?
Yeah. Listen, Shad Khan, he likes those shrewd guys. That's why he got Baalke to begin with. I think, if we don't re-sign Howie, I would see that as be a perfect matchup for them. But all that remains to be seen. We still haven't re-signed him. We don't know what the situation is yet. For me, I think it's pretty much a wrap. I don't think there's any question that Howie won't be re-signed. That relationship and what he's done so far and how he got this team going forward. I think Lurie is trying to put that tough love, like that friendship relationship does go but so far. I think that's why he hasn't been signed yet. So it's all remains to be seen on what Howie's does this year. But like, say if we have a decent record going in, and we have an opportunity to go into the playoffs, I think that's when you'll see in mid-season how he gets re-signed.
Well, I'm telling you this right now, man. If for somehow, some way he doesn't get re-signed and he is fired or let go or however he chooses to do it, man, my first person I'm putting up for is Andy Weidel.
Where's he with? Who's he with?
He's with us. He's our vice president.
That's the whiz kid?
That's the one.
He's not a kid, but he's the vice president of player personnel, and he's the one that was up there at the beginning of the year after the draft with Nick and Howie. He was the one on the far left during that one presser, and dude, he's very knowledgeable about his draft picks. He's very knowledgeable about players. He's definitely, he's my vote.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about it. So I was saying they call him the Wiz because I just didn't remember his name. But
yeah,
my pick for GM's already been taken up. My surprise pickup. Minnesota was smart enough to scoop him up in Quezzy. So we'll see what he does in Minnesota. But for us, man, like we've been saying, there's a lot of work to be done this offseason.
Yeah.
It's going to be very exciting to see what happens, how we make these moves. Especially, like I said, free agency is going to kick everything off. I haven't heard anything. I don't even know if they're interested in anyone in free agency. I don't know if you've heard anything.
Yeah, I actually heard they're interested in one of the receivers, whether it's Godwin, whether it is Allen Robinson or Mike Williams. They are interested in one of them. They are very, 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 very interested in bringing in Leonard Fournette. So definitely look at that. Uh, they are shopping Rager and J Jaw right now. Um, but yeah, and from what I heard from my sources is that the one vet there, and I know you hate it, but the one vet they've been looking at a lot has been Juju. So I know that's a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. I don't even like it, but that's just what they're looking at.
I want to ask you guys something real quick in regards to Howie Roseman, and hear me out real quick. Do you guys think it would be wise for the Eagles to possibly give Howie a short extension right now? The reason I say that is to take some of the pressure off of him, and because I feel that he's going to do something crazy because he has to. It's like a prove it year right now. He's on the last year of his contract, and if he doesn't hit this draft out of the ballpark, I mean, he's probably going to get shown the door. So, Vic, I want to hear from you first. What do you think about that possibility?
Well, for me, the way Howie's had it, and now I'm talking about this is after the Chip Kelly fiasco, because we know before that, Howie's had his run of the table. We've seen the disaster that took place in 2012 when he was given the keys to the lot, and he got all those free agents, and nothing came of it. He learned that lesson. They moved on from him in a way when they got Chip Kelly. They banished him, like I said earlier. And then since he came back, Howie's pretty much done what he wanted to. He proved to Jeffrey Lurie that, hey, he could win a Super Bowl by him being the GM. So he got that clout. He got the extension. And since then, we have to rate him on what he did that first season coming back. We all know the mistake that he did getting that receiver in the third round in Golden Tate. It was a rental. No one didn't like that. They didn't like the way it was handled with Peterson and with Wentz. But now in hindsight, when you look at it, it was the right move. So, there was a lot of things that happened at the time people were against. But in hindsight, it's kind of looking like Howie was right for most of it. Not everything, but for a lot of it. The draft, that remains to be seen. We all knew what happened in the third round when we got Milton Williams. There was a disagreement between him and Donahoe.
What?
We don't know what's going to happen. I didn't see the comments. What's going on in the comments?
Damn, bro. Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. Jeez.
My God, I'm so sorry.
Damn,
wow. Steven, I'm very sorry to hear that, man. Thoughts and prayers out to you and the family.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Listen, man. My condolences.
Reach out if you need to on Twitter, man. I'm here to talk if you need to. Definitely. It's always good to talk about it. Don't don't bottle it up inside. That's
Definitely, man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. My condolences. Wow.
We definitely try to get it. He's here to get his mind off of things, so let's try to help him do that. Definitely. But yeah, lots of prayers out to Primetime with Stephen Joyce and his family. As you can see in the comments, guys, he lost his wife last night, so that's devastating to hear, Stephen. And keep your head up, man.
Yeah, man. I can't imagine what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, our thoughts and prayers are with you, guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Like I said,
the best we can to get your mind off the thing.
Yeah, when we're here on the, we're here on social media. So reach out if you need to, and if we can try to get you through this tough time. We will definitely. Thank you for being here through this tough time, Stephen. Terrible to hear, man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, man.
Life's too short, man. It's just another prime example right there. It's another prime example.
What's up, Ewing?
Hey, but you know what? The thing is that, a lot of people, when we talk about football and why is it, so popular and important, it's because it takes our mind off of things. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that it's our release. It's something that we get every Sunday. When we hear the news, you know what I'm saying? It takes our mind off of what's going on right now. We know there's a lot of tragedies going on right now in this world. We just seen one right now. We know what's going on in, over in Ukraine. There's a lot going on. Everyone trying to do their best, to try to maintain, stay sane, be honest with it. You know what I mean? like this world has been crazy for some time now. So, let's do the best that we can do and, keep a smile on everyone's face. I know it's bad times right now, but, we got to do what we can to keep a smile up.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Hey, you guys be careful in that in that way, in that inclement weather. You gotta take it slow. Be careful out there. Definitely. It's so sorry to hear that, Stevens. Terrible news. Yeah, definitely. Everyone's sending out their prayers to you, sir. You and your
What's
family
up,
definitely.
Billy?
Sir.
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
Good, Mike. Appreciate you for coming through, my guy.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Philly Mike. Thank you for being here, Mike. Popping in. Guys are into Eagles content. I'm sure you know who that is. So if you don't, definitely go check him out. Go lock into his content because he covers the Eagles. He covers the Sixers. So that guy is always putting out content, and it's always great. So thank you, Mike, for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. The GOAT. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So your goat himself.
Yeah. But yeah, AK, Geo, I want to hear from you guys about, what's your thoughts about Howie Roseman going forward?
Go ahead, Gio.
Let's make it or break it, man. Like I said, them 3 picks. I do not, we were saying earlier, I do not want to see no trade come up on the board or the ticker or anything. That's it. Like, just going on. I mean, I went overboard with the whole wide receiver thing earlier, but there's plenty in the free agency. Like I said, Howie has to show up more on free agency than the draft too as well. I don't know, man. That's gold. That's playing with fool's gold right there, man. Like we got 3 picks.
Yeah.
Ain't we like the first team in history to have 3 first-round picks?
I know it's the first time in the Eagles' history that.
In the Eagles history, yeah. Correct. Yeah. So
How many
man,
picks are the
it's
Giants
crucial,
looking at?
man. Every
Are
pick
they
is crucial.
in
We're
that range?
all going to be watching draft day. That's all I got to say.
Is it my turn?
No, go ahead. Yeah,
I
I'm
believe so.
done, bro. 'Cause
Oh,
Go ahead, brother.
listen, man. 3 first-round picks are too much for an angry little hobbit to have. All right, like, no lie. It does scare me. You know, but I don't know, man. I don't think he does anything tragic because it is his ass on the line. I believe him knowing that this is his year, make or break it. He can't afford to mess up. And I know that I feel he thinks deep in his heart if he does trade for a quarterback, that does set him back, which ultimately ends up making him lose his job. So I hope to God he is not that stupid. But I don't know, man. My fingers are crossed until draft night. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything's possible. We've seen it.
palm sweaty, man. I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm nervous,
Like, I
but
don't want to throw it at the TV, man. Like I literally do not want to see no trade scenario go down with none of these picks.
I will breathe again after the first round is over. I'll go, whew, because that's when you'll be able to breathe again.
Yeah. It's gonna be a stressful day. That's for sure. That first round.
Joe Castro, what's good, brother?
No, I think for Howie though, I think like he likes this. I think he enjoys it. We all know like he likes to be in front of the spotlight. But he likes to be the guy, the top guy. This is going to be his most difficult season. We all seen, like I said before, what happened in 2012 when he did have the keys. He thought he had a team that can go to the Super Bowl, and he did everything he can to get the free agents to get there. And, that was the wrong way. But then when he went into the draft this season, you got a team that's set up for the future. You got those 3 first-round picks. You have, the final year of your contract. Everything's on the line for him right now. So I think, like, his back's against the wall, and, this is the most analytical we're going to get out of Howie. Because if he stays home with those 3 picks, and, he stays tight, and we could build up for the future. We could really set ourselves up. When you look at the Bengals, we've seen what they did through the draft, and look how they set up their defense. Although they're lacking in the offensive line, not really anywhere else. That's their one focus right now. Everyone in their scouting department has to be looking at offensive line and only offensive line. Once they build that, Bengals are pretty much set. They can sprinkle things here and there, but for us, we got to go. We got to fix this defense as soon as possible because we have a defensive coordinator, for me, that I think puts us at a disadvantage. So we got to do everything we can to help him out.
Yeah, correct. You know what? I'm just want to give him Howie his nickname. I want this dude to be the "I told you so" guy coming in this year. Like I want him to not come at us, but tell us fans like, "I told you so." Like, believe in me. That's the confidence I want to see. Like Howie go in. Like I want him to make noise. Like Daryl just got. James Harden. Like we was talking beyond on stage or whatever. That's the type of noise he got to make.
All I know, bro, is that if I was Howie, I don't want to fuck this up. Because the consequences that come with fucking this up are way worse. I promise you that. I'm not even playing. You laugh, dude, but dude, there is some.
I'm having the comment.
There's gonna be pitchforks.
I'm telling you,
office, bro.
You think presidential cars only exist for the president? Howie will own one. Like he would be scared. I'm not playing. There is some crazy ass fans out there, bro. Like if he fucks this up, dude, people will go crazy on him.
You're gonna see people in signs in the Schuylkill River by 30th Street Station saying "Fire Howie," like that one guy saying "Get rid of Ben Simmons." Dude, there's gonna be a line of guys with freaking some fire and stick or whatever, bro, in front of the E-Rock is gonna literally march this band with us, bro.
Yeah, well, let me ask you guys: is there like I know you guys have been doing some mock drafts and things like that? Is there any player that stands out to you that you would consider packaging up? Say 16 and 19 to move up in the draft. Is there anybody who stands out in the top 10 who you think we might be able to move up for?
I think that's the consensus. What everyone pretty much would say, at least I think, would be Kyle Hamilton.
He ain't making it past number 4, bro. He's going to the Jets.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go to the Jets, man, he's going in the next pick or the pick after. Like I will be completely mind blown if Hamilton makes it to 8 or 9. If he makes it to 8 or 9, I'm hell yes, I'm figuring something out. But there's no way that in hell that happens. No way.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him fall. I haven't seen him fall that far at all. Maybe in a couple very few ones that he's fallen to maybe 6 or 7, but not really much further than that.
Yeah. What about Thibodeau? What if he falls?
I mean, he's there.
That's interesting. That would be.
If he falls to 10, would you risk it?
First off, if he falls to 10, something's wrong. That's when I start asking questions. Why? All right, because there'd be a reason for that. There's just no random reason that Thibodeau drops to 10. Like, if he drops to 10, I'm calling people asking questions like, what the fuck is going on?
You never know if there's like a run at a position. You never know. Maybe that could be the reason why he falls. Maybe Carl Watkins and Hutchinson are, first 2 taken, and they go for a run.
Yeah, but aren't you talking about a generational talent?
Hey, then he should be the first guy.
He should be top 3 easy. If he falls to 10, like I said, I'm scratching my head. Something's up.
Yeah, we still got the.
You wouldn't take a chance on it though. Come on, you're not gonna take a chance.
I don't even know if that's a realistic chance, my guy.
Hey, but it's a scenario. It's a hypothetical.
I don't know.
No, not sure.
I don't. If you think about it, though, I don't know. If you think about it, though, there's a lot at that position. But if he's somewhat close to you, stay at 10, stay at 12. I don't know. You might get a little itchy.
I know, but when you have talent like a Jabo and Johnson and stuff, dude, I just don't see taking that little extra step. I just
The
develop your
talent.
own shit. You know,
The talent. The
I
talent I'm talking about.
know. Don't get me thinking more than I need to. I'm already worried, man.
That would be a great.
Yeah, I think this year, like it's the biggest unknown. A lot of times we pretty much had a plan. We thought receiver going in first round. This is the biggest unknown so far.
Right. I won't be
It is.
surprised if what's that? I can't pronounce his last name, man. Carl Laffitz, George
Carl,
Laffitz.
Yeah,
Yeah, like if he was to fall and try to get an offensive lineman, just because of the whole Jason Kelsey coming back 1 year or whatever. And then because I just feel as though realistically they'll just move Sal Malo to that center, because he played it. They would just rotate the offensive lineman to see who played better center. But I just think that pick will make sense too, because with you have Evan Neal going, he's literally going to be probably one of the first three, honestly. Um, I don't know. That's just one scenario that I just think with the offensive lineman, them going with first pick.
now for Kelsey, is that official?
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, it
we
is.
got sources saying it's you know what I mean. It's gonna happen. He's gonna come back 1 year. I mean, we won't know
Yeah.
honestly until like further. I just hope soon, that he makes
Well,
some news or whatever, an announcement, so that way, yeah,
he's gonna make a decision within the next couple weeks before the
yeah,
league year
before
starts.
draft. Because I don't
Yeah,
think he'll do that to the Eagles, honestly, bro. Like he'll just say give him a decision after the draft, just in case they gotta like re-strategize, they're
no,
bored or whatever.
yeah, they're gonna know
And,
way before the draft.
I
and
think he
this
does
is
it
the
before
way
the
I
game
look at
comes
it,
back.
bro. No lie. If Kels was going to retire, he would have done it when Brooks did. They would have went out
Yeah,
together.
Yeah,
You know, I don't see him doing it now. He would have done it right there and then when he did, and just walk out and, take his oorahs and be on his way. Him sticking around this long only tells me he's going to be here another year.
yeah,
Yeah, especially when someone's playing that long, it's tough when you think about taking the time away from family, going to OTAs, all the physicality that goes into going to training camp, and then you got the whole season. It's not 17 games or whatever. Now it's 16. Now it's 17 games. You're putting
right.
more, you're putting more on the body. So it's how he feels about this team and where he thinks this team can go will be the answer on when he comes back. If he comes back, then that means Kels thinks that we can go far. That this is a young team that has a lot of heart, a lot of talent, and that's why he wants to come back. If he
Well,
retires, it's just like it's too much. I'm done. I did what I can do. I love my time here, but it's time for me, hang him up.
and you look at it again, bro, and no lie. Like you look back, and I guarantee he's already looked back on this year, and he's already seen I'm once again the most dominating center in NFL. Obviously, I still have it. I wasn't injured. I mean, when I was, it wasn't that bad. I still played. So there's no reason for him to stop. And he already told you guys, I'll go as long as my body allows me to. So obviously, his body's still able to do what he needs to do to compete. So he's going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he still has a strong love for the game and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna come back for another year.
Bro, remember watching that man bulldoze those people running down the field? Like, he looked 23 again, bro.
I
He
think
was loving football. Loving that shit.
the image that will always stay with me when I think of him is just Him with that long hair and that beard in the snow. Remember that in the
the snow
Detroit game?
yeah.
Yeah, man. Like that will always be like the memory I will always have of him. You know what I mean? Like we know the mummers, we know all those other moments, but just seeing him and just the grit, the way he was playing that game, yeah, that's Kelsey for me.
Oh,
Him
heck
getting
yeah.
pissed off shocked me, man. Like he was always a cool, collected dude, but for him this year to get pissed off like that, bro, that was a
Hmm.
different side of him, man.
Yeah, and so Stephen Joyce wanted to know what we think about the wide receiver coming out of Arkansas, and that's
That's Traylon Burks, I think that's his name.
yeah.
Yeah, I did my
He's
research
gonna
on
be
him.
the if he gets drafted, he'd be the first Arkansas wide receiver drafted since 2013. So that's pretty big.
I think he's ranked
That's
17.
almost 10 years.
I think he's ranked like number 17 in the PFF. He's somebody I was looking at too as well, as far as Christian Watson as well. There's a lot of big body receivers. He's one of them too. I mean, they haven't fallen at 17. I don't see the Eagles going wide receiver. Like now, unless Howie does some Howie shit, maybe.
Yeah.
You know something, man? I would not be surprised if he
Well,
goes
that's
wide
why
receiver.
I said it like that. Excuse my language, but like
Very
if he
good.
does some stuff,
No, you're fine.
yeah. What if them two picks come from higher up, and then the one pick is like from Howie, and then it's just be like those Howie picks, but it's gonna be like the what I said earlier. He's gonna be like the "I told you so" dude.
I'm just hoping there's a game plan. Everyone's on the same level. I'm hoping that Howie's listening to the scouting department and taking their input in. You know what I mean? Like I'm hoping it's a collective. It isn't just one guy trying to prove himself right, one guy just trying to say I got to steal. I want a collective effort. I want everyone a brain trust put together and have a good honest board together. That's what I'm hoping for this season. That's what I hope Howie does. Because of it being the last year, maybe he might want to start something different this year. Might want to do things right.
In all honesty, I got to ask you guys, and because this is a possibility, it's something we do have to consider, because it is Howie. I know what most people are going to say, but I'm still going to ask it. Do you get mad if he grabs like a defensive edge rusher at 15 and then Burke at 16? Do you get mad if he takes Burke? I mean, that is talent. It is needed talent. I mean, especially if he's planning on getting rid of J-Jaw and Rager. I mean, do you get mad at that pick? Because we know how good he can be.
I would be upset. I'd be very upset. Like
Yeah,
I said,
because
I think we got a lot of
You're
work.
muted, Foothills. You're muted, buddy.
Go ahead, guys.
I would like I said, I would look deeper into that. I wouldn't even try to grab if he's there. What if Drake London's there? Would you grab him? Because I was thinking if they do go that wide receiver route, Christian Watson might fall to the third round.
All right, let's just make it any wide receiver then at 16. Whether it's Burke, whether it's the dude you said, any of these capable wide receivers that are high. Like, do you get mad at that? Knowing the situation we're in and needing wide receivers.
I mean, I would just look at it like you're talking about it now. Like I would be baffled at it because like there's so many wide receivers in free agency that we could just grab, or why we need to draft a receiver. But I just see where you're going as far as with youth going. The formula with that Jamar Chase thing, man, just starting the wide receiver there. Let's see when he got, because remember Jamar Chase was saying that he couldn't have the eye for the ball, that the ball was different in the NFL. I just thought that was all smoke screens. Like, he literally just became one of the best receivers alongside what's his name, Cooper Kupp. Like, they literally was going neck for neck for that. But I that's just the formula. There's some players that you don't even know the development, and boom, they just come out in day one and just start balling.
Yeah. Because I've seen even a mock draft where they have us at 19 taking Williams from Alabama, the wide receiver who has his ACL tear. They were like, yeah, he's not going to be available at the beginning, but as soon as he comes back, he's going to make an immediate impact. Like that's what they said on the mock draft. And it's like, dude, I don't even want to think that, but when you take the biasism out of the equation and just being an Eagle fan alone, and you just think of Howie Roseman and who he is as a person, it would not surprise me for him to take a wide receiver, knowing the position we're in and with him wanting to get rid of the two people that we've drafted over the last 3 years. So it's a void that needs filled. And if Burke is there or any of these other guys, you know what I'm saying? It is quite possible he pulls that trigger. I would not be surprised.
It's a WTF moment for me because I'm just saying you have so many capable, free agent receivers that can come for a reasonable price. You don't need to go with, someone that's pretty much raw, that's learning the NFL system when you just had that last year and the year before that. Like, I got it. Youth is great. It's awesome. But at the same time, you're still going to need someone who has experience. You got to sprinkle in experience here and there. I think
that's why I said, what if they go out and get like a Williams and then draft like a Burke? That's why I said
I'm still mad. I'm still mad.
Yeah, but that's still something I said that they would still possibly do. They would go out and draft a vet like Williams, go out and draft somebody like Robinson or one of these guys, and then if Burke would fall, I guarantee you he pulls that trigger. And I'm not trying to start a confrontation here or anybody hate me for it. I'm just thinking realistically and Howie and how that's been a very lackluster position of ours for many, many, many years, and how Jeffrey Lurie wants a air raid offense. So it would only be like them to pull that trigger if that opportunity becomes available.
I would say it'd be best to have me live because I would have a rant like we did against Rager.
I mean, we do gotta get rid of him.
Yeah, but I don't think Burke would ever be underperforming like Rager did, dude. Like
I receiver coming in.
Yeah, he would probably dominate. I ain't gonna lie, but he ain't gonna go out there and give you 200 yards his first year. He'll give you 8 to 9 easy.
It just opens up the door for Quez Watkins as far as it too. Like him getting the number 2 slot, give him the chance. I just need somebody to take over that slot, and it's not going to be Rager. Let down, he needs to go.
Well, no, and what that whole process would be is the reason you go out and get a Mike Williams or a Robinson. Obviously, we all know that's a veteran presence. Or even a Godwin, somebody who is a vet, and then whenever you go, that's automatically moves Quez Watkins into the slot, right? Well, I like that, but in Howie's eyes, he's going to be like, I got to give somebody to compete with him to make sure he is truly that guy, and that's why I said if he goes out and gets a Burke to compete with Quez for that slot, or he goes out and gets whoever else. It could be, that's probably something they're going to do, especially if they go out and grab a Leonard Fournette. You can see the way this offense is starting to look. They're going to try for a high-powered offense.
All that just go for Devontae Adams for that. We're going to swing for the fences. Let's swing high.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's staying in Green Bay, I think.
Yeah,
I guess everyone's still waiting on Aaron Rodgers, right? He hasn't made his decision yet.
Right.
No, from what I heard today, they're letting him test free agency.
Well, I think there's no argument with that because when he re-signed last year, that was part of it.
No, I'm talking about Adams.
Oh, you crazy? Seriously?
No, I'm serious. I heard today they're letting Adams test free agency.
Offering for Aaron Rodgers.
Those are some cojones right there, boy.
Right? That's what I said. I was like, you really going to let that happen? I was like, damn, y'all are crazy because, no.
He's that's the best. You have the best receiver in the game right now that's available. All respect, DeAndre Hopkins. But again, right now, that's the best guy out there right now. If he becomes a free agent, that's a feeding frenzy. That's the highest bidder right there.
Yeah, dude. I'm just saying, like, do not look for Green Bay to be any threat for a while, especially if they lose Adams and Rodgers and they have to turn it over to Love. They're done. They're done. Well, they lose Well, that's what's crazy too is Lazard and Valdez Scantling are also free agents, so you also lose them as well.
That would be wild. Like that would be a collapse of a team in one off.
Right? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they're really fucked right now. They have no cap room. Also, Alexander, the corner, he's a free agent if they don't sign him.
Yeah, and they're
Right?
losing also.
That's what I'm saying. They're losing players left and right.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, Green Bay is fucked. Like,
I think
I think Jair Alexander.
yeah, Jair Alexander, bro, he's a free agent as well right now, unless they figure out how to sign him. Somebody's got to get
It'd be wise.
Who's it going to be, though?
It'd be wise to do whatever Aaron Rodgers wants.
Right? Roswell Douglas is a free agent.
Just please don't let Adams go to Dallas. Please don't let Adams go to Dallas.
No, he's most likely going to go to Oakland or Las Vegas.
Isn't Dallas getting rid of Cooper?
Huh?
Isn't Dallas
That's what I hear. I hear Dallas is shopping Cooper, but I really don't want to go down that road. I really don't.
I think, you know what? Well, just thinking about this now, I think this free agency period might be a little bit more exciting than we thought.
Well, you got Michael Gallup as well. Can't forget Gallup.
Yep.
And with the cash-strapped Saints, now they really have to think about moving Mike Thomas.
No.
No, I'm not saying for us. I'm just saying for the Saints. They have to think about moving Mike Thomas because they're cash-strapped.
I mean, none of y'all would take Michael Thomas, right?
Like I said, if it was something like team friendly, they can do, but you can't because he's already signed to a ridiculous deal.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's too much drama and not enough availability. He's productive when he's on the field, but he's been injured too much, and he's too much of a. I think he'd be a cancer in the locker room.
Yeah. But hopefully we can finagle maybe a Marcus Williams.
I would love that. I would love that.
Like I said, Howie got to get in there and do some work.
They also said something about who's the other safety for Pittsburgh?
Hayden is a free agent.
Someone mentioned
Hayden?
Yeah,
Hayden.
Joe Hayden's a free agent too.
Joe Hayden. They also said something about that because Gannon has ties to Joe Hayden. So they said that might be a possibility to bring Hayden in.
I ain't mad at that.
That could work.
Heck, him and Slay paired. Listen, he's locking it down.
Yeah, I think he would be an improvement over, over Steven Nelson. So
No, he's a free safety.
Who? Hayden?
Hayden is
Joe
now.
Hayden's a quarterback. Joe Hayden's a cornerback.
No, the guy I'm talking about is a free safety.
Free safety.
It's the one opposite of Minka.
Right. Steelers safety.
Someone mentioned it before, but I don't remember his name. I want to say Johnson. I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, no, it's the one opposite of Minka. He's not actually that bad, and he's only like 26, I think. But he's going to be a free agent.
Let's see.
I'm not good keeping up with all the names, man. There's a lot.
I have the depth chart up. Where is it? It's not coming up. Hold on, give me 1 second.
No, you're fine. I got all the time in the world.
That's what ESPN. Or
It'd be much.
I mentioned J.C. Jackson, though. I heard he was talking spicy to the Patriots yesterday.
Terrell,
if they don't want him, that he's fine.
Yes, Terrell Edmonds.
Edmonds. Yeah. Terrell Edmonds is the safety you're talking about.
Yes, they were talking about Edmonds, and I'd be okay with that. That's not bad. You could probably get him at a pretty cheap price too.
Joseph Walter Hayden III.
Got the full government.
Right? Damn.
Shout out to Wiki. But I thought he was listed as a free safety at one point that I seen.
No, I remember Hayden always being a
Just because they always do that with old cornerbacks. They just moved them free safety because they really not just playing man anymore or anything.
Yeah,
Right.
I think he did play a kind of like a Malcolm Jenkins type role where he did
Yeah.
play a little safety at times, but he's the one they got from Cleveland, right?
I thought
Well,
they
Joe
got
Hayden's he's been on Cleveland. I think he went to the Raiders.
Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
think he went from Cleveland right to Pittsburgh. He was traded.
yeah, I thought so. Right, he
He
went
was
right
traded
to
to
Pittsburgh.
Did he? Oh, I thought he was on the Raiders
Yeah.
for a minute.
Tyrann Matthews out there too. He's a free agent.
Really? The Honey Badgers?
I thought we wanted to get younger though, man.
Oh, I know that, but I'm just saying that's an option.
He's still pretty young. I mean, what is he only? He's got to only be like what?
He's 33.
29. Is he? He's
Tyrann
what?
Matthews 33?
Not 33. I thought he was
Tyrann
29.
Matthews, 33.
Let me see. Hold on.
I have lost time. You're making it
No, that's funny as shit because no lie, I did not notice or realize that Emmanuel Sanders was 35. I thought Emmanuel Sanders was like maybe 30.
Tyrann
But
is
no,
29. Tyrann Matthews 29.
29, right? Yeah.
Born in
no,
92.
He's
Born in
29.
92.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I got his birthday, May 13th, 92. Right in front of me.
Because he only played in what? Arizona 3 seasons and 3 seasons for what you call it? Kansas City.
Right.
I must be mixing people up.
Yeah, that's when he had like that temperature. He had that like off-field issues and then the temperature trauma and all that as well.
But Joe
That
Hayden
was
was
like-
kind of like Joe Hayden was kind of like Charles Woodson in the way that he started as a corner and then kind of moved to safety as he got older. There's been a few guys that have done that. You know?
Yeah, that's
I'd be all right
smart
with it.
quarterbacks. Their pride doesn't want to do it for a lot of them.
Well, now that I know he's only 29, then yeah, I'd be okay with it.
Because we all know had Dion moved to safety,
Oh my God, I was just about to say that, dude.
it would have been
I
a
was
wrap.
just about to say that.
Dion, man, I forgot what it was, someone that put it on Twitter, but someone was trying to like cut block him. Dion didn't care. Unstrapped gloves and all, just punched him right in the jaw. Caught it perfectly right underneath the helmet.
Oh man.
Or even like, I don't know if he's big enough. Revis as a safety, but he's probably not big enough.
Nah,
Anyway.
Revis would have been another one. Ball hawk in safety. Look at Tyrann Matthew. He ain't that
True.
big, but he's still out there killing it.
That's true.
You got to
Yeah,
think about it too. Like Revis was very intelligent.
Yeah, Tyron's shorter than me. I mean, he's 5'9", 174. So yeah, he's not that
That's
big.
like Rudy out there. I didn't even know he was 5'9". I thought he was bigger than that.
Yeah.
He plays bigger.
Honey Badger. This is called him Wolverine.
All right. Wolverines are some
Dude, fucking honey badgers are very dangerous, man.
freaking bears. Wolverines can kill bears, bro. They're that strong. They're that fierce. I did a report on Wolverines a long time ago in school, and I was impressed what I learned because I did not know that. They're one of the toughest animals in the forest, man. They'll fight cougars. They'll fight whatever.
Yeah, they're about that life. I'm not. I'm not in that life.
Yeah, big stick.
I was honestly going to send you a video that I seen yesterday where there was a hiker, well, not a hiker, a mountain climber. I don't know if you've seen it. Like she was climbing up on this one mountain and just hit her axe and an avalanche literally falls on top of her.
Oh
She
wow!
stayed there for like 2-3 minutes just as the avalanches hits her. I wanted to send you like things you'll never see me doing.
That's part of the reason why Vic stays out of the woods, and so is this.
One of these days, Vic, we're gonna get you in the woods. That sounds so fucking bad. I'm gonna isolate now. We're going to get isolated for sure. Right. You gotta play like ding, 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 ding.
I totally forgot about that.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to Papa.
Papa.
Right? Oh man. But yeah, so Vic, Geo, are you guys excited to see James Harden tomorrow night?
I got Rocket 60 week.
I already got my James Harden, already ordered it. It's in the mail. It's a wrap.
Nice. Nice. I gotta sport. I gotta go with Embiid tomorrow, man. I gotta support my Embiid tomorrow. He gotta get the MVP this year, man. And I think when James Harden, it's the tool. He's gonna get the MVP this year, man.
I will say this about this trade. I have never in my I've never in my life seen so many like Net fans just come out of the woodwork. They all got something to say about this trade, knowing they got the worst end of the deal. But it's okay. I'll let them go. I don't even comment for the most part. I just sit
Come
back and
at me.
laugh.
Come at me, bro.
I can't wait till we do. I can't wait March 10th we do the Hack of Simmons and then B dunks on him.
Oh, listen, that game's gonna be ridiculous.
I need a
Harden's
poster.
gonna go off. Yup, there's gonna be a poster of MB just dunking, Simmons just balls facing, just MB's gonna just demolish. I can't wait. Then we're coming for the Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah. DeRozan about to show you what's up.
Listen, I'll give you DeRozan. DeRozan's playing magically this year. A lot of people disrespected him. You know, I think it's awesome that he finally got that All-Star. I mean, like, it was well deserved. A lot of people disrespected him for a while. He's showing. You know what I mean? They should have. That's the man.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, when the Sixers go up against Chicago, it's a wrap.
Hey,
Y'all
keep
gonna take
talking
that
your
L.
shit. You know what? We'll win when it matters most, my guy.
AK, you want to know something?
What?
Here we come.
No.
I told you. I
No,
told you.
no. Nah, we're gonna shock you.
it's gonna be a good game, man.
Shock the
Alex
world
Caruso
right now.
playing lights out too, man, this year. Shout out to him.
That's
These
the
are my
one player I
favorite
say, like, that was a great move to get him. LA, I don't know what the hell y'all were thinking. I guess you depended on Westbrook too much. Y'all thought that something was going to happen with that geriatric player. But I should never let go of Caruso.
All I gotta say, bro, is if we become 100% healthy again, game on.
That's it. It's a big if.
Game on.
Where's Mr. Levine?
It ain't a big if. It's gonna happen. Shit.
In the future sometime. At an undisclosed date and time.
We're only 3 games behind them.
Oh,
It's still 3 games.
We got there.
We still winning.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, tomorrow's the start of a new era.
You might have
Yeah,
got foothills, but you ain't got me yet.
That's right. Hey, key word, yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be this year either.
I don't know.
It could be something sparked in the playoffs. After you see a magical game against the Bulls, we don't know.
Magical game. We're gonna clap those cheeks and make you go whining back.
Pause. No. No.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna be like, James Harden was supposed to be our savior.
I got
You'd be like, all this hair in my mouth. The beard.
how much points do y'all got James Harden scoring tomorrow, guys?
Good question.
24.
You got 24?
I just because I see MB with the workload, honestly. Because I haven't. Don't get me wrong, man. He might pull a double with the assists. Yeah, the beard's in town.
That jersey looks awesome on him. That color pops. It makes the beard nice. Now I think Harden will probably be like in the 30s. I think he's gonna have a good game. He's gonna showcase a lot of things he didn't do in Brooklyn. You know, I think he slacked off. He really didn't want to be there for the most part. Now, you know, he's getting into shape more as we go along the season. I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people. Say around 32, 35.
I say his new name's gonna be Asil Tari.
What?
What the hell?
ACL tear. Asil Tari.
Damn. That's
Wishing
rough.
all the badness.
I'm gonna say Harden goes for. Let's say he's gonna ease his way in. He's gonna go for 18. He's gonna go for 18 and 8, and we'll put 5 rebounds on the stat sheet too. So yeah, I say he's gonna ease his way in. Not gonna put up too many points first game.
God damn, that is easing in.
He might post
He's,
a
you know, he doesn't.
double-double, honestly.
He's gonna want to take it easy on that hamstring. So.
You're gonna see a lot of lazy 1 foot step backs.
Yeah.
Hey, you seen Embiid got the 2-step down pack. You seen it in the practice that they had the 1-on-1? Yeah, he finally mastered it. Let's see him do it in action tomorrow.
Oh, he's got.
That's another thing I'm excited for.
Embiid is he's the most all around big man I've ever seen in the NBA. Like he's got everything. He can take it down low. He's got the mid range. He's got the mid range step back. He can hit the threes too. So yeah, Embiid's my. I mean, he's the leader in the MVP race right now. But I got to give it to DeRozan. If he keeps up what he's doing, it's going to be hard not to maybe possibly give him a co-MVP or something like that because DeRozan he's breaking records that have stood for years, and there's no defenses out there that are really slowing him down. Crazy.
Look at how confident.
All right. So that's right. Give my guy
What do you want me to say? He said it all for me. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what's the funniest thing? Sometimes when me and AK get together sometimes, and I literally talk to him like he's a Sixers fan, but he's not. I keep forgetting that he's a Chicago Bulls fan.
Yeah.
Listen, I give my props to the Sixers. Don't think I don't. Like, I still respect them. I still follow them. But for now, as we speak, I've always been a Bulls fan, man, and that's where my heart lies. But I know the history of the 76ers. I follow them. I was an Allen Iverson fan. But still, I mean, the only reason I made this bet is because I'm willing to let go of him because my dude's been retired for like almost 20 years now. So it's like, oh shit, nothing's holding me back. Well, now something's holding me back a little bit. It's called DeMar DeRozan, but
Understand.
And in my defense, that bet was made before y'all acquired Harden.
That's a good bet. You're coming home, AK. You're coming home.
2 days after I make that bet, dude, you guys drop that trade. I'm like, motherfuckers.
Hey, let me ask a question because I seen it was posed a lot on Twitter. Let me just get your opinions on it. When you're looking at Allen Iverson, his being here in Philly, James Harden, his career, everything he's done, who would you say is the better player?
There's no question. AI.
Honestly. Because
You're asking between Allen Iverson and James Harden?
Yeah.
We're talking in their prime.
I was buzzing around a lot on Twitter today.
I would go with AI.
I mean, that's. Listen, AI was. He was on another level. Like he was. Just pretty much. I mean, he was better than everybody out there on the court most nights. He was just. To me, he's more of an all-around. I mean, don't get me wrong. James Harden's a great scorer. He's going to go down as one of the best scorers in NBA history. But I mean, Allen could score just as easily as he can. But he could he could do it. He did everything. He facilitated. He got rebounds for a small, for a guard, and
defense,
he was clutch.
The defense was solid.
Defense too, absolutely, yeah. You can't not recognize the effort that he put out on both sides of the floor, and that's not really something you can say. That's not something that's really at the top of Harden's resume. Is sometimes he does take some plays off on defense. That's for sure.
Well, and I got to ask this question too. I mean, are we just asking solely about basketball, talent-wise? Because you have to remember, Allen Iverson was a natural athlete. Wasn't he also like a top pick for the MLB draft as well?
He was a football player.
Football. Yeah, so he was a top athlete. He was a top athlete in football, and he was also a top athlete in basketball, and he had to choose one, and he went with basketball. So when I look at Allen Iverson compared to Harden, by far my answer is going to be Allen Iverson because he was a fucking amazing athlete, like just truly amazing, downright. No one can ever truly step up to Iverson's talent. The man had truly so much.
Allen played basketball like he was a running back. Like he hit the hole, you know what I'm saying? Like he knew he was gonna take hits, but he still scored. He put his body on the line day in and day out. Even when people were saying like it wasn't smart, he only knew one way how to play. And that was put it 100%. Even when they questioned him, for practice. And like even now, like we say, it's just practice. When you're talking about a guy who literally put that team on his back and took him to that finals. You know what I mean? Like that first game that they won, that was because of Iverson. They weren't able to win it all, but again, they got to where they were, and Philadelphia at that point got to where it was because of Allen Iverson. And then, I don't even want to get into like how important he was just to the culture in general. Allen Iverson was a polarizing figure. Like he's an icon. That's something that you can't say about James Harden. That's just off the court. On the court, like I said, like there'll never be another player that'll play the game like Allen Iverson did. Like no one will put as much heart and effort like Allen Iverson did.
Look at just like Gio said, the defense. To me, the steals. That's a huge stat that jumps out. He's got over 5,050 more, 550 more steals than James Harden does. So in that department, Harden's got a long way to go to catch him. So the
list goes
numbers
on.
Otherwise are pretty close.
Yeah.
Look at that. James Harden put up more points in the game than Allen Iverson with 36. But you gotta look at it like you get the height differential with the total blocks. It just goes, but the steals, man. That's what I'm saying. Like Allen Iverson had a knack for that ball like nobody else did. You know what I mean? With them steals. He done it. He's done it to a bunch of the greats.
That and Iverson I know it wasn't super long ago, but the league was a little different back then. It was more of an inside out type of league as opposed to outside in. You know what I mean? So
another thing is you have to take into consideration is the teams they played on back then. Mm-hmm. Who had the more talent? Because hey, talent matters. It makes your job easier. So who had the better team around them? All that.
Yeah.
And even when you look at the free throws and how they got those fouls, you knew Allen was getting a tough foul. James Harden, he'll get that ticky tack where like he's again that step back 1 foot 3 where someone might, touch his leg or something like that, automatic foul. I don't think James Harden really got any of those Allen Iverson tough physical throw you on the floor, you're sliding across. You know what I mean? He never had that. He didn't have that night in and night out. Like I said, there'll be no one that could ever play the game like Allen did.
This is why I hate trying to compare players, man, because every player is different.
The different eras do, like as an adult, and as when we were kids, you were like, oh, you always compare. But now when you see the nuance of the game and how it's played, how it changes, pretty much every 10 years the game will change. Yeah, then you see like when you talk about those guys in the 80s compared to the guys in the 90s, that's a huge difference. Because guys in the 80s were getting elbows. Rudy Tomjanovich got knocked out in the game. He literally got punched in the game, and there wasn't even a foul thrown. It was just like, oh, well, he got laid out, and it was just like, all right.
And that's why whenever I make the statement, that no one in today's game would survive Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen's era, it's no disrespect to them. It really isn't. It was a different game back then. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, all the legends out there, like, dude, no lie. They were built for that era of basketball. These men played with broken fingers, hell, some people played with shattered noses, at times. Like they were the real deal. They didn't let injuries come in the way.
Remember when Jordan played with the flu? Remember that? He could carry himself off the court.
Larry Bird played with a broken back.
Yeah,
That's the crazy part. He played with a broken back. And
yeah.
he was killing it. He was killing it then.
And that's what I'm saying. Players today don't know that. You know, they don't know what that feels like because the dedication that the guys had back then, it was truly about the game back in that day. It was. It's not about the game anymore, to be
They'll
honest.
never know what it is to come down the lane and then go up against a Patrick Ewing and a Charles Oakley. They're
Right?
not trying to block your shot. They're
Right.
trying
Or
to get
Larry
you away
Bird,
from the
dude.
ball.
Bill
Or
Laimbeer.
Larry
I think that's the one thing that the game kind of needs, though. Like, it needs that center to be more important, to be more physical. Like, yeah, it's cool to see your center at the top of the key and shooting a three, but I think it was better when he's up there blocking shot or just throwing the player down, being that enforcer, not letting anyone through. I miss that part of the game.
But I mean, it's crazy. I don't think that you guys spoke about Larry Bird. I don't think he gets enough credit as being one of the all-time greats in the NBA. I really don't. Because I mean, I'm sure you guys have probably heard this. He literally told the other team before the game that he was going to play the whole game with the opposite hand. He was going to shoot opposite hand, everything opposite, and he still killed it. I mean, that's like Babe Ruth calling his shot, pointing out to center field.
Yeah.
That's something that's amazing, absolutely amazing.
Well, and that's why I said that, dude. That's what I'm talking about. The fucking talent back then. That was Michael Jordan's era, bro. Like and you know what? None of those guys even could light a candle to Michael Jordan. All these guys we're talking about, Jordan had to face them. You're telling me that LeBron James could face all these guys and get out alive, that Westbrook, any of these guys today would? Hell no, bro. They would get ate up. These men were built different back in that day. And like I said, it's no disrespect to the guys now. They're built for today's basketball game. That is what it is. It's generational. But, dude, these guys were a whole nother level back in the day. Whole nother fucking level.
Hell yeah,
Gary Payton talks about like, when he played against Larry Bird, and Bird would tell him, he'd be like, yo, young man, I'm going to hit you up on the corner. I'm going to spot you a three. And, Payton's the glove. That's a defensive master.
Right.
Payton would tell him, he was like, yo, that dude shook me. All of a sudden I look around, he's in the corner waving at me, like just laughing and shooting in my face. Didn't even look at the basket, staring in Payton's eyes. That's cold. That's cold-blooded.
Yo, you got Charles Barkley. You got Reggie Miller. Like, dude, we're talking all-time greats here, bro.
Steve Nash,
like
another dude.
Yes, Steve Nash.
Yo, John Stockton. Who doesn't get credit out there? John Stockton. There's a lot of guys. Like, you can go through the list that I think for me, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, probably one of the most disrespected players in the NBA. A lot of people automatically name Michael Jordan, but people that lived in that era, they knew about that skyhook. They knew about the man who made the most points in the NBA history. That guy came from UCLA, went to Milwaukee, won their championship, went to LA, killed it over there. A lot of people, forget about Kareem and what he did.
No.
Do you remember that big man the Celtics had drafted back in the day, and then when they drafted him, he died 2 days later?
Yeah. That was oh my God. Oh yes, I do. He had a heart attack because the day he got drafted, and then, listen, let this be a lesson to anyone out there, any athlete, anyone. The day after he got drafted, he celebrated by binging on cocaine. And ended up having a heart attack.
Len Bias, that's his name. Len
Bias, yeah. Ended up having a heart attack. What was it, like 3 or 4 days after he was drafted or something like that? He passed away. He was in a coma for a little bit. But yeah, that was a tough tale back then. A lot of people don't remember Hank Gathers out of Loyola College. Had a heart attack. Yeah, that was crazy. And I think that was the second player that the Celtics had picked in the draft that ended up passing away before they even played.
And they were supposed to be like some all-stars already coming to the NBA.
Yeah, Len Bias was a beast.
That's crazy. Yeah, NBA is different from what it was back in the day. Like I said, I grew up a Karl Malone fan. I seen Muggsy Bogues, the dunk contest and all that as well. Even though we're gonna say that this one sucked, that I haven't seen a dunk contest so trash and so I mean, because it's becoming just non-creative now, more about dancing and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's because we got spoiled with, we got spoiled with the Jordan dunk contest, and then And then, a few years after that, the Vince Carters of the world, and guys that just did it on another level that anybody. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone jump as high as Vince Carter, and on a basketball court. That guy, I mean, what was that one? He was hanging from his elbow on the rim. I mean, it's nasty, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, man, you know the one I wanted. What's that?
No, I was just saying the last great dunker that we've seen was Nate Robinson from New York. Yeah. He was a spud, Spud Webb type, small guy, but he was still going crazy with the dunks. Yeah. That was the last one. Oh, well, Zach Levine, let's be honest. Zach Levine was pretty good when he got his.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, honestly, go for it. Seriously.
I was just going to say that a guy like Blake, what am I drawing him? The guy who used to be on the Clippers. Now he's on the Pistons.
Oh, Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. Yeah. As good of a jumper and a dunker as he was, he never really impressed me in the dunk contest. I was always kind of left unsatisfied.
Blake Griffin always threw the ball in. He never really dunked it. He was more like a quarterback. Yeah. He would jump dumb high away from the ball and just throw it in.
Right.
The one I was always amazed at was the cupcake one. Remember that? I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Lance Stevenson that put the cupcake on there and just lit the thing. I don't know if it was him. And Dwight Howard, the Dwight Howard Superman dunk.
I'm trying to think. What was the last creative?
To me.
Well, yeah, it probably would have been Blake Griffin jumping over that car. That was probably the last big one. But didn't he take him like two attempts to do it or something like that?
And he didn't really jump over
right the first time.
He like jumped over the hood. He didn't really jump over the top of the car.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like, if they want people to do the slam dunk contest, you gotta pay. You gotta pay these players. Like, put some money up. And also, let's be honest, they're risking their health, so you gotta insure them in some way. That's what the NBA constantly avoids. If you want to put on a show, then you gotta, put your money where your mouth is. You can't expect to have a great dunk contest if year in and year out you're not doing anything to support it.
Well, and people need to start realizing, like, listen, man, it was actually commendable and respectable back in the day to be the slam dunk champion. Back in the 90s when Mike was around, when all these other guys were doing it, it's not like that anymore. They don't take, oh, I'm the slam dunk contest winner. They don't take that to heart anymore like they used to. So, they kind of have to up the ante a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't mean what it used to.
Yeah, like I was talking before. I remember when we were talking about it. I'm like, how creative can you get with the dunk? What hasn't been done yet?
Right, you can only do so many things.
Yeah, you've seen them all do amazing things, but like, what else can be done? What are we gonna do now? Jump? You know what I'm saying? Like, out of a moving car, we're gonna dunk. You know what I mean? What's our next move? Are we gonna throw like hoops with fire? Like, where are we going with this?
Hey, look, all I know is that it's not about what needs to be done, is who needs to come out in the dunk contest. Hey, LeBron, it's your time to come back. We need a LeBron dunk contest before he retires. Honestly, that's what to bring back the viewers. And the only dumb try that they haven't done, if the All-Star games in an open dome thing, just drop that ball from a helicopter.
Yo, no lie, bro. You know what I want to see them bring back, in all honesty? And it's been a long freaking time since I've seen it. I don't even know if y'all would even remember it, but trampoline basketball. You remember that shit? Yeah. Remember that?
No.
Yo, that we need to have that shit back. Like, yo, the crazy shit they used to do in that. I get it. It was a hazard. People got injured, but yo, they sign up for that shit. They know what they're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was awesome. I remember watching that. They need to bring roller derby back as well. Just saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that shit was awesome.
Roller derby was that joint. I remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I love turning that shit on and watching people cream each other. I was like, ooh. Yeah.
Especially when they're going up against the side. They don't even know and they get pinned.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a wrap. Good night. Get that time already.
That'd be wild if you just come out of there and just put yourself in that situation. You could just manhandling. I'm striking dudes with MB elbows all day.
Heck yeah. Let me ask y'all a question. If you can take one player out of any era in basketball and put him in today's game, who would that be?
Well, I'm not gonna pick Michael Jordan. That's the obvious pick, but it would have been somebody from back then. Shoot. Damn, we can go on. What's that dude from the Spurs, man?
David
Not
Robinson?
Tony Parker. Other dude, Ginobili.
Oh, Manu.
Yeah, Manu Ginobili. Yeah.
Yeah, Manu's game would be great.
I don't know, man. I just like the way he played the game, man. I used to call him Mr. Smooth Cat. He was just smooth with it. And then you had,
I was the first last ball guy.
Robinson and Tony Parker. Damn, who else they had at that line? I used to know the Spurs lineup back in the day, man, because it was just always dumb, always going to the chip with the Lakers and whatnot. He was always tired of seeing them like the Patriots, and who else would always go to the playoffs with the Patriots. It was always tiring. Like we see the same player, and then you hear the players embedded in you like you knew. But the Spurs had a nice ass squad back in the day.
Yeah, they had a good run.
Manu would have been my pick, honestly. He was just a solid overall, all around guy and whatnot.
AK, how about you?
Well, listen, man, I am going to stick with my team. I'm not going to say Michael Jordan, though. I am going to go far, far to the left here. Dude, Dennis Rodman.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Listen, man, Dennis Rodman does not get enough accolades for our championships. He was probably the most underrated, unappreciated dude on our squad. Dennis Rodman can fucking play basketball, like hands down. Like you can never question it. He might have been a weird fellow. He might have had some weird choices to make in life, that he got ragged for. But when that man stepped on a court, shit, every fucking rebound that man grabbed. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he was a rebound machine. You could not stop him. Dennis Rodman all day, bro.
Yeah, Jordan was no fool. He knew what he was doing when he brought him on board.
Yeah.
He knew what he brought to the table.
Yeah, dude, no one carried swagger like Dennis Rodman, man. No one.
I mean, you seen him. He was acting like everybody's uncle that day, like the NBA uncle that goes in the cookout with Crocs and
Yo, he even dressed like a chick at one time, bro. Like, no lie.
He married himself. Himself.
And the dude met Kim Jong, whatever that dude's name is, the North Korean president.
They're like best friends or whatever the hell it is.
Crazy.
This dude is one of the best basketball players that ever lived.
Someone got to make a movie about him.
I think there's a good chance that Kim Jong Un is a crossdresser. That's why he's friends with. That's why he's friends with his brother. I can see it.
Boyles, if you could pick any player in any era of basketball and put him in today's game, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really, really good question. I would love. I mean, there's a couple guys, but I would love to see somebody like a Jerry West in today's game. See what he could do. I would like to see that. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Do we have any notable mentions?
Well, for me, I had two. The Jerry West one was kind of where I was going for my second one, but for me, I always felt that if Wilt Chamberlain was in today's game, I think he'd be best of both worlds. He could do that outside, he could do the inside, and be dominant at both. But then you think about Pistol Pete. I would love to see Pistol Pete go up against Steph Curry.
Maravich, whatever his name is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pistol
Yeah.
Pete, yeah.
That's the precursor to Curry right there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I would and kind of throw the opposite. I would love to see a guy like Steph Curry back in the day with like Reggie Miller. See them just light it up on both ends, just dropping threes left and right. It would be. I mean, Steph is on a whole nother planet, dude. That guy, he can shoot from damn near anywhere on the court. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, I had two, and the only reason my second one even exists is because he's from my hometown, and I only live like probably 20 minutes from him. My first one is Reggie Miller. That was the other one I was fighting with. But Billy Owens.
Oh.
You know, yeah, he actually went to my high school. He's from my hometown. You know, like I said, he only lives like 20 minutes from me. He lives right next to his parents. They have two beautiful homes. But yeah, man, he definitely he didn't play long. I think he only played like 7 years, but he was one hell of a basketball player as well.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
Yeah. What about you, Gio?
Oh, I'll pick Manu Ginobili.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a good pick too.
The guy that brought the Euro step to the NBA.
Yeah, Mr. Eros, Mr. Smooth. I used to call him Mr. Smooth.
Yeah, I like Mano's game was tight. It was very, very nice.
The best thing about him
He was
though was the
unpredictable.
fact that
His
he
game
was
was just
unselfish.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he could score, he could rebound, he could play defense, he could do everything. He could facilitate. When Manu needed to do his thing, he could always do it. He was one of those guys that was. He's probably one of the best foreign-born players ever, in my book. I mean, him, Dirk. You know, there's a list definitely.
Yeah.
But no, Detlef Schrempf. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, don't hate.
Who was the NBA player that starred in My Giant with
George Mirasan.
Yeah.
What is it?
George Mirasan.
Yeah.
He was on the he was on the
Boston Bullets back then.
Bullets. Yeah.
Yeah, I think his kid plays in the league.
He's dead now, right? Didn't he die from heart failure?
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was a hell of a basketball player, man. Well, who couldn't be at fucking 7'2" or whatever the hell he was? He was a monster.
Do you remember he didn't have to jump to dunk?
I know. He just tossed it right in.
Yo, it was so crazy. He would get like a lob pass and it would just be like hand over.
Yo, he reminded me of that blue monster from Space Jam. The one that didn't even have to do anything. He just reached over the rim and just
big body
right in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Bradley.
Yeah,
going back further, Manute Bull. You know, one of the tallest people in the NBA ever. He didn't have to jump to dunk either.
I don't know if anyone knew, he was the biggest mystery in the NBA. No one ever knew how old he was. When he came in the league, I think his birth certificate or something that he made up. I think probably had him like at 20-some years old. But if you actually looked at it, he was probably like 36 when he came in the league.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was one of those ones that, like, you see the big kid playing in Little League, you're like,
Bloop, bloop.
I don't know. I think that kid might be like 16.
You know when you're picking, you're like, first pick, he's on my team.
Right?
No lie, bro. When I was in kindergarten, in first and second grade, and whenever we had music class, tallest dude I've ever seen in my life, ever. I had a 6'9" music teacher.
Wow.
And it still is in my brain to this day because being that young of a kid, seeing a guy that tall, that's unbelievable, you know. But yeah, dude, he used to have to walk down our halls leaned over like this, you know, because he was taller than our hallways.
That's crazy.
And it was quite ridiculous, man. Tallest dude I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, that reminds me of a story when I was in middle school. I was at a basketball tournament in right outside the Sacramento area. It's called the El Dorado Hills. It's a ritzy area where a lot of people live up in the. It's kind of like the foothills, but it's like the opposite side of Sacramento than where I'm at. But I was at a basketball tournament and I didn't know he was coming. all of a sudden Bill Cartwright walks through the door, former center for the Chicago Bulls, and that was it. Like AK said, it is very intimidating. Even though he was the nicest guy you probably ever meet, but being a little kid to meet a guy that tall is pretty astonishing.
One of my best friends actually, he's J72, and everywhere he goes, it's like everyone just looks up, and the first question is, "What's the weather like up there?" It's crazy, like the crazy questions that he gets. It's funny as heck. But yeah, like being that tall and being around him, yeah, you feel small as hell. And I'm a big dude. I'm 6 foot. You stand around him, you look like Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, that guy. What? Do you want some lasagna? What? Who's Tanya?
Yo, imagine that, man. Fucking Kevin Hart and The Rock are best friends. Imagine them two standing next to each other. That's got to be funny to witness all the time.
Well, you've seen that commercial. I mean, I don't think LL's even as big as The Rock. You've seen that commercial with LL and Kevin Hart, man. He makes him look like a little midget.
Yeah, it's not hard when you're what 5'5", I think he is, or what 5'6".
Yeah, he's like 5'5", 5'6". He's a little short.
Hey, but he makes it up in that pocketbook. He makes it up in the level.
Yeah.
Little feet, a lot of money.
Right?
Yeah. No, he definitely took over the game, dude. For sure.
Yeah,
I want to go see him live so bad, dude. He'll be up this way again soon. I'll get there.
Hey, let me ask you. We haven't even talked about it today. What do you all think about that USFL?
It's going to be awesome.
I mean,
me and Geo plan on doing it, actually. So
I hope it stays around.
You're going to go live for the games?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do the play-by-play for the Philadelphia Stars. It sucks that it's only in Alabama this year. The home games. I'm actually quite excited for it. There was a lot of players that I recognized. We did get the Aaron Rodgers of the USFL with Brian Scott, and he did match up with his receiver from college. Not only just the receiver, I think they end up getting a defensive back from the same year too, in that same college. So I'm pretty much stoked about the season.
Yeah.
They got it. They graded us an A for drafting. They gave us an A for the grade, and then next to Tampa. Tampa's supposed to be the top team.
Okay.
But are any of the teams playing in their respective cities?
No, they're all playing in the same home field, Alabama, and I think the playoffs, the championship game is going to be held in Canton, Ohio.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, because they only
So everyone's playing in the same stadium or something. How's this working?
So they're having everybody stay like near in Alabama during the season.
Yeah.
They're trying to limit the amount of COVID that probably they get exposed to.
Yeah. Even
I'm interested to see how that works out.
Right.
Yeah. No disrespect to the people of Alabama, but when you think about like having that in a major city, Alabama's not the first thing you think of.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to sit there, you're going to have one team play, clear the field, and have the next team come on immediately after? Like,
right.
That's fucking weird.
Imagine if there's overtime. We messed up the whole schedule.
And then there's going to be teams that lose the third game on the same field of the day. They're going to be like,
right?
We had no out there. Like, what we were playing on ice skates,
That's going to be fucking weird.
There's teams in uniforms in each tunnel's like, come on, guys, you were supposed to be done by 3.
Wrong team.
Right? Listen,
your game's after this one. You gotta wait. You gotta wait, man.
So wait, are they just doing this for now? They're just for the hope of if they do good this season, they have a second year, everyone goes to their own respective cities?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, the only thing I think of is like a cost-cutting move, so that way They're not spending a ridiculous amount of money with travel.
That's what it is.
There's
too.
two
That
stadiums.
There's two? Okay.
There's two
Okay.
stadiums. Yeah, they're gonna rotate. Yeah, there's two stadiums. It's the Protective Stadium and the Legion Field in Alabama, and then the championship and the playoff games will be held in the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio.
So what are they doing?
mean-
2 games a week, like Saturday, Sunday, or
No, they'll have 4. No, they'll have 4. They'll just do
Yeah,
one in the
4.
morning, one in the
Yeah.
afternoon, on each field.
okay. Yeah, this is
That'd
gonna
be
be crazy.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll probably do like 1 to 4, and then give like a 30-minute break, let everything, die down, switch up, and then go live at like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I'm thinking too, like
Let me see how the schedule
go
looks.
to a game? Like if you're going to a game, do you get to go to both? Do they kick you out like in the movie theaters and the ushers come through?
Well, you get to go to the one you buy the ticket for. I mean, so if you go to the first one, you go in, you watch the game, and then you get out, and then the next team comes in behind you.
What you do is you just hide the bathroom, and then once the next game starts, out.
I just don't understand how you're going to get fans because no one's going to travel for a first-year team to Alabama. I'm sure as fuck not going to travel to go see the Stars in Alabama.
No.
I mean, it's not like they're the Eagles, so I don't see how you're going to pull fans in. That's going to be difficult. You'll get watch hours on television probably, but how are you going to fill the seats? You know what I'm saying?
Gio, do you know are either of those stadiums, are those near Birmingham?
Yeah, they're all within the proximity of each other. They were saying. I'm trying to see like how would the schedule like conflicts like how would it work out with just using 2 stadiums?
Because literally, you're asking fans to come there, and that's.
I was gonna say, I will say, Alabama's a football state. They have the Crimson Tide. They have that going for them. It could be that off-season lull. Those Crimson Tide fans might fill up those stadiums.
Yeah, but that you're only reaching a certain amount of people though. Because, like I said, Foothills ain't driving to fucking Alabama for no Stars game. I'm not driving there for no Stars game. Geo ain't going to do it. Fucking, you're not going to do it. That's what I'm saying. You're not reaching the public as far as you can. So what are you truly basing your audience off of? Just show hours, like watch hours?
Well, this is the thing. The tickets are only $10, and adults and kids under the age of 15 are free, bro. And you're looking at like $3 a ticket. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna draw people then. Right there.
Yeah. That's not for parents to do with their kids in the summertime.
Right.
Or spring.
Yeah. I mean,
they gotta do something. I think they're really.
Could have fucking said something before I made myself look like a dipshit, dude.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Where the fuck was that at?
My bad, bro.
Yeah.
I was reading. I had to read to see what was going on. What we was reading. But no, it's 10 games, and then it's gonna be broadcast in Fox. Fox Sports is gonna carry all 22 games split between Fox and the FS1. That's what it is. NBC is gonna hold 9 of the games, and then the U.S. Network is supposed to get 9 of them as well, supposedly. So we don't know.
So who gets their championship game?
Fox does.
Oh.
Yeah, Fox looks like they got. If they're having games on Fox and FS1, that means they probably got a majority of the ratings on that. I mean, like,
bro, Fox ain't gonna let that one go.
Well, they just took a big hit today, losing Troy Aikman to ESPN.
Is that right? I did not hear that.
Yeah, Troy Aikman signed with ESPN. He'll be covering Monday Night Football.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It really doesn't.
You can tell that
the schedule.
I mean, there's a world of difference between and this is no slight to Troy Aikman. I mean, he played longer, he took more hits, but the difference between Troy and Tony Romo, that's like night and day. I mean, Tony Romo's like, you could tell he would make a very good offensive coordinator, or quarterback coach, whatever he wanted to be. He could go into coaching easily. I'm not so certain about Troy Aikman. I think he's a little punch drunk, to be honest.
Bro, what did I say the other week, a couple weeks back? I would love to sign Tony Romo as our QB coach for Jalen Hurts. I think that would be like, even though he's a Dallas Cowboy and I fucking hated him during his career, the dude's intelligent as shit. All right. If you want to talk about making Hurts into the best Hurts you've ever seen, Tony Romo could do it, hands down. I mean, this dude calls out plays on screen before they even happen, and he's right damn near every time. So imagine what that knowledge would do for Jalen Hurts.
Well, I think I may have asked you guys the similar question before, and I asked this to Tone the other day when we did our podcast, Birds of a Feather, the podcast. I said, maybe given the longevity of their relationship, maybe Brian Johnson maybe they're too close. Maybe Brian Johnson is taking Jalen as far as he can take him, and if we want to get everything we can get out of Jalen Hurts, maybe somebody else may have to step in and take him to that next level.
Right.
These sentiments I've been echoing for some time now. Like I said, how can he get better if that's the guy that he's been through most of his football career? How do you expect anything to get better? I think it was great that we brought Brian along to make Jalen feel comfortable. Now that Jalen is comfortable, I think it's best to move on. And we all seen Brian's trying to get the next opportunity. Let's move on amicably.
Right. Yeah, but he didn't have. Let's get this correct though. He didn't have Brian during college.
No, because he was in Florida then.
Yeah. Right. So he had 4 years without Brian.
He did, but
he had 4 years in college. So, but he did work with him in the off season. Right. I do know that.
Every off season,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think I just think that maybe Brian's that I don't know Brian Johnson as a coach really. I mean, but maybe he's a little too for Jalen. Maybe being that he's known him ever since he was a little kid. That kind of plays into how he coaches him, and it shouldn't. I think Jalen needs that hard nose. He needs to be told, when he's doing something wrong and how to fix it. He needs to be put in his place at times, and he said that he welcomes that. So, maybe he's just, maybe the familiarity is just too much right now.
Don't we also assume though that we might be jumping to conclusions? I mean, this is Brian Johnson's first year in the NFL, his first year with Hurts now officially, and we all have to agree when Johnson came onto the field, Hurts' game increased. He actually got better. So you do have the improvement factor. He did get improvement out of him. It's just he didn't improve as much as we all were hoping he would, correct? But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that he can't still get it out of him. I mean, I just don't want to jump ship too soon and call it quits. I don't know, man. This is fucking hard. It really is, because you don't want to make too many drastic moves and fuck the whole thing up.
Yeah. And a lot remains to be seen what Jalen does this offseason. What does he do to prepare himself for the season? What does he work on? A lot of that has to do on him.
Yeah. Well, and that starts with his rehab first and foremost. That right now his rehab is taking a lot of precious time out of his development. He can't be on the field right now, and he can't be working on his individual traits. His motion and his drop back and all that. So that's taking a little bit of time away. That's a little bit to be concerned of. So hopefully while he's rehabbing, he's getting his mental reps in at least. He's watching a shitload of tape and doing that. And then eventually when he gets back into at least 90% and he can move around, then he starts working on that shit. But who knows, man? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, like you said, hopefully he's breaking down tape and he's getting into that film study.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it all depends on his all season progression. And honestly, he has like I said, Jalen Hurts has plenty of tools. He got enough film for him the whole year, enough defensive schemes as well and disguises. So Like I said, it just go about progressing. Like I said, this off season is not only crucial for Howie, not crucial for JG, more for Jalen Hurts as well too, being a better quarterback that he is, going and just more of the accuracy issues that's in his reads.
Yeah, I mean, he's at the point where I think if you add another legitimate target on the other side of Smith with Goddard in the middle, we get another running back in house that can, that can split time with Miles. I think you're going to see him take a big step forward this coming season. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I have all the faith in Jalen Hurts moving forward. I think he will reach whatever potential he needs to reach because I don't doubt this kid's work ethic. We've all seen it. He's very hell bent on being the best, and that's a really good trait to have. Because if he's willing to be the best, that means he's willing to put in the time, the work, and the effort to be the best. And in that case, then you know what? All there is to say is the only way is up from here, right? So it does all lie on him. And I believe he will be prepared. I believe he will take a leap this year, but you're right. It all is on him. This whole season is all on what Jalen wants to be. But I don't think he's going to shy away from it either.
I mean, he hasn't so far. And he made some throws this past season that, like it was a back shoulder throw to Greg Ward for a touchdown. I mean, you keep making throws like that, you're gonna do some damage in the NFL, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just got to get his progression down, man.
Yeah.
It's all about that progression. It's all about that timing, and that's something too. Like, when we got to get this guy weapons he trusts. It's obvious he doesn't have fully trust in Watkins and Rager. Obviously, I don't blame him for that. I mean, any man that has to sit there and slap fight for 10 minutes just to run a streak route is fucking mind blowing. But get this guy some receivers he can trust, that he knows as soon as he gets that ball in his hands, he can look left or right, and they're going to be where they need to be. And I think you'll see his game improve tenfold.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well,
Trusting his receivers too is another step he has to take two as well. Like just trusting Devontae Smith, Watkins. Don't want to say the other guy's name as well because I hope he's not going to be here. And Greg Ward or whatever. You know what I mean? He just got to trust them guys more.
They're gonna have to do a lot of off-season meetings. You know what I mean? Especially with Jalen being hurt, they're gonna need that time. So hopefully, we've seen it happen before. We've seen it last year when Jalen invited them to come over, to do that work. We're just gonna need a lot more of it. You know what I mean? You can't really be around the coaching staff. We all know that, but you have access to every player on the team. So it behoove you to get with the wide receiver. And we all know, with Jalen Rager. But the fact of the matter is, if he's here, that's someone that Jalen needs to work with a lot because they need to get a rapport. They need to get an understanding, so that way we don't go through what we did this year.
But you're going to, bro, because it's the mental thing with this kid. It has nothing to do with a physical standpoint because we've seen it at times. Rager can play. It's just this motherfucker has no consistency at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all. Like, he'll make one catch and then he'll go catchless for, games. And then make one catch, blow your mind, and then go catchless for games. It's dumb shit. And that's what I'm saying. He needs to get the fuck out of here if he wants to make an adjustment because he's not going to survive here. There's nothing more this kid can do. Nothing more.
It reminds me so much of Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
He's got the physical abilities. He does.
Yeah.
It's all between the ears with him. It is. You can see it. Yeah. Once he drops a pass or he gets stopped on a punt return, his body language he's sulking. He's not the type of player that he's not going to survive in Philadelphia, period. So He may as well just cut his losses now and ask to be cut. Because he needs to get out because then it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse for him.
And it's like you said earlier, Vic. I ain't got time for that. His problems, I ain't got time for. I don't.
That's the one thing I hope Howie doesn't fault on again. You got to look at these players. You got to look at their mental toughness. I mean, you got to look at that because that's going to be key. Again, you spoke about Nelson Aguilar. He had to take time away because he wasn't feeling right. He had a problem. You see Rager. Rager goes up to the press and tells them, "Oh, I don't think it's me. I don't think I have a problem. I do the same work, week in and week out." There is an issue, my guy. You clearly can see there's an issue, and you're not mature enough to accept that. You think you're better than you are, and you're not. Be a little bit more humble, work at your craft, and you'll get better. I'm hoping with him, year 3, that's the time where players change things up. Hopefully, it is for him.
Bro, the one that pissed me off is when he sat there after the Giants game, and this is really what lit a fire under my ass, I'm telling you. When he sat there and said, "Oh, it's only 2 catches. It's no big deal." I'm like, fuck you. It is a very big deal. What are you talking about, bro? That is your job. It is a huge fucking deal. I don't care if you dropped him or not. Come out, be a fucking man, say, "My fucking bad. I apologize. That's all on me." Take your lumps and own it. And then come back out and kick some fucking ass next game. Don't be a bitch like that. Don't be like, "Oh, it's only 2 catches." Don't mean nothing. Yes, it fucking does.
It was a division loss. Yeah, it means a lot.
I fucking dude, that right there made me hate this man more than I've ever probably hated even Derek Barnett. And you know how much I hate DB. But when he said that, bro, that put Rager on a whole nother level. It's like, bro, fuck you, man. That is your job.
What does that tell you?
You should be mad that you missed those catches. You should be fucking mad.
That tells you that he is okay with mediocrity. He's okay with losing, and that doesn't cut it. I've never lived in Philadelphia. I've been there once before, but yes, I already know that bullshit like that won't cut it. We won't. The fans won't stand for it. They just won't. He's gonna be out of town.
Yeah, as a receiver, your job is to catch the ball. So anything other than that, you fail. If you're not catching the ball, if it's not in your hand, you're not getting that yardage. You fail. So to say, "Oh, it's only 2 catches," no, that's 2 times that you let your team down. That's what you should be saying.
Yeah, I don't want you crying and being pleading to Philadelphia. "I'm sorry, just fucking be like, yo, I fucked up. My bad."
Right.
Just fucking take it, man. Just
take a page out of the Andy Reid book. You know what? I had it. I got to do better. I'll come back next week and play better. That's what I got to do.
Exactly.
Not that hard. Don't take that much time.
You got to own it. If it was on you, you didn't do your job. The thing you're supposed to be paid the most for, you got to own it. You got to own up to that shit. You got to be responsible. You got to show maturity, and he definitely lacks that.
It's only 2 catches. Yep.
I mean, that's
what we deal with here in Philadelphia. It's only 2 catches.
That's like a running back, fumbling the ball late, twice late in the game. One of them costing us the game, and then the running back turn around saying, "Oh, it's just a couple fumbles, no big deal."
Yeah.
Right.
Imagine a running back saying that to Bruce Arians. "Oh, coach, it was only 2 fumbles." You never see him
have survived 1 fumble.
Look at Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones fumbled once. Leonard Fournette has not looked back since.
Right.
That's how easy it can be. 2 plays can cost you your career.
It's crazy, man.
It is. We've been on for almost 2 hours and 40 minutes now, so this one's been a deep stream. Definitely been enjoying this with my guys here, but it's probably it's getting real late where you guys are at. I know that it's not so much late over here in Cali, but I think we're gonna work
with you, brother. I will trade places with you, brother.
Well,
no, you just starting your night.
I went to San Diego, man. I will never forget that place, man.
It has been cold where I'm at, though. It's been dipping in, a couple nights ago. It dipped into the 20s. It's been pretty cold where I'm at. You know, it's we're getting a little late winter.
Well, typical PA living, it was like, what was it, 63 or something like that yesterday, almost 70. Today is a crisp 32.
Dude, it's snowing outside right now. Go look.
Yeah.
I heard the rain before. I was like,
Yeah,
damn,
no, it's kind of ice sleet a little bit. Yeah,
yeah, we're supposed to get 6 inches of snow.
I know. I heard. Yay me. Ooh.
Yeah, we got hit with a little bit of a hailstorm the other day. It was not huge hail, but it was a good amount. It was, it's enough to where some of it's been sticking around for a few days.
Yeah, that's wild out there.
Yeah. But you guys got any closing comments for everybody, or we can just let everybody know where we can find each other?
Listen, tomorrow's going to be a spectacular night. Get ready. You got James Harden in the building. First time as a Sixer. It's going to be a great night. So, you might see me pop in a few people's chats just to get the excitement out if anyone's going live. I believe Mitch is going live for the game. I'm not sure. I know someone was. I can't remember who specifically. But I think
go live.
I'm not sure. Yeah, right. Everyone probably will be going live that day.
Billy, Mike, RB, they'll all be live for it, I'm sure. Yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be a joyous occasion. AK, I welcome you to join the festivities. Get to know your new team.
Brace it.
Yeah, man. But I'll do the closing. I'll start off with the closing buys. You know what it is victory. You see me in the chats. You see me always on Twitter. You catch me with my guys supporting great Eagles content. You'll always catch me here with my fellows on the East Meets West podcast. And you'll catch me this Saturday with Philly Mike on the Big Ticket with Jerry Lee. Yeah, we got big guests, so come through.
Higher. Hell yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, man.
AK, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man. First off, dude, before I do my outro, we all know what's going on in the world right now. It does not look like a good time going forward. We'll see how it all plays out. But I gotta say, man, Putin, you're a fucking pussy for pulling this shit right now. At a time like this, when the world's in chaos, let alone just us or anyone else, you want to pull this shit on a sovereign country? That's just fucked up, dog. Like, I'm just gonna say it like that. No one should be at war right now. No one should be planning a war right now. Like, this world is so fucked up with this whole COVID shit that's been going on that the last thing anyone should have been thinking about is war. So, dude, to me, like, he deserves everything he fucking gets and what he's got coming to him, because it's just not right. We have bigger things to worry about right now than this stupid shit. And this is just like a real big bitch move in my category. It really is. I didn't want to do political shit, but I'm sorry. I felt it had to be said because, I don't know anybody from Ukraine, but they don't deserve this shit. They don't. No one does right now. So.
Yeah, facts.
Definitely.
Yeah, agree.
But yeah, I am AK Eagles from the Eagles Uncensored podcast. I will always be right here, sitting next to my dudes, doing this show until the day I die. That's how we're going to do it. I appreciate each and every one of you coming through tonight. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Until next time, I am AK Eagles. I may fuss and cuss, but you can count on me and my content like the fucking city bus. And if you like the Wagyu, subscribe too. And also, don't forget about the merchandise. If anybody would like an East Meets West t-shirt, we do have the very first one available here. So, hit me up on the DM. Let me know if anyone's interested, and we will work it out and get them out to you. So, appreciate Foothills and the wife for that. And we're going to continue to grow and get bigger. And, see where this takes us, man. Appreciate you guys.
Well said, my guy. Well said. Geo? I don't know,
Appreciate y'all
brother.
having me on. It's been electric, honestly, man. Just being behind the scenes in the show, and then looking at it as a fan, but being a part of it was more electric. Uh, can't thank y'all enough, honestly, man. Just being a part of it. We almost been here with 3 hours rocking. It was electric. But yeah, about the war, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, man. It's emotional, honestly. Seeing that was it Vladimir Klitschko, the boxer, somebody I used to watch as a fan, is actually fighting for his war, and like literally, he didn't say it. Like there's actually pictures of him holding a gun and everything. So that's something I didn't want to see, man. Yeah, so it was a lot of dads giving up their daughters to their wives too, getting on the bus. That was another sad thing too. Like them that had to stay
Yeah.
beyond fighting for their country. So I hope everything like gets settled. I don't want to see nobody get drafted or anything. Like I said, we all have families at the end of the day. It's a lot of worse shit out there than a war, honestly, like AK said. But at the end of the day, just love your hug ones every day and make sure you send that text or whatever. That's it, honestly. And it's Geo from the the vibe. It's Geo from the 215. Emotional for me, but go ahead. I appreciate y'all having me on there.
Hey, we
Oh, shit.
appreciate absolutely. We appreciate you for taking the time out of your day, your night to come on with us and chop it up for a few hours. We really really appreciate it. We don't just bring any Tom, Dick, and Harry on this show. We are trying to be selective about who we bring into our circle, definitely. And
Yeah, we manscape our people.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All pause.
right.
All the pauses.
No, but
I figured it went good together.
Hey,
So
can you
I-
get away with
got
a couple of those things.
Right. But seriously though, like AK said, thoughts and prayers out to the people overseas who are being affected by, the
Tyrant.
the tyrant. That's a good word to use, definitely. So, if you guys have any family or friends in the Ukraine, the area, definitely keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and reach out to them if you can. Make sure that they know that you're here for emotional support and all that good stuff. But yeah, like AK said, sometimes shit in this world in life just sucks, and it's another prime example of it. But yeah, keep those people in your thoughts and prayers, everybody. Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you to all the supporters of all three channels so much for being here. Like I always say, you guys are the absolute food in the water to the channel. Without you, this content, this podcast, all of our channels does not continue to survive. So if you're feeling the vibe, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to keep our dreams alive. And until next time,
That beat.
we fly until we die. Stay mean, stay green. Thanks for viewing us on your screen. But most importantly, like I always say, keep it fuego. And we out.
I reply.
Yes, sir. Flurp, flurp.
Jay Harden.
Happy Cross Friday, everybody. Happy Friday.
Go Sixers.
That's right. Here we come.
Avida. Beats.
Bunker.